I will look into. I'm going to talk about beer this week. This is as far as I got, and it was I googled beer news.
Oh, wait a minute. You're gonna talk beer news? Wait a second.
Whoa.
Wait a second. Hold up now.
Opened up Pandora's box.
You're going
now.
to be very disappointed in this.
Put the lead in there.
But what I saw was this week they were talking about how low the profits have been with craft beers. Like the profits are going down, and it's been like kind of the worst. I don't like to be a downer. I'm being a downer.
You're just telling the news. You're just telling the news. She's giving us a she's giving us a financial report
my
too.
sources. I did not check my sources, so it may or may not be true. I don't know. That's what Google said.
You're reading like New York Post right now. What is going on here?
No, you got to pay for the New York Post.
No, sales in craft beer have been down, but that's a lot of it from financial stuff and the cost of craft beer and that. As far as the beer versus beer, I mean, craft beer still has a nice pull of the market as far as, what they're doing. So it's just more people are going back to macro because it's cheaper.
It is.
We're really going to try hard. I'm going to do it.
She was all excited and pumped about it now.
You gave us our first lead into a beer news story, which is great.
Something.
Yeah.
Something. I tried.
You contributed.
I tried a little bit. I could have tried more.
All right.
Yeah.
It's not easy. It's not easy. So,
Well, I mean, that wasn't hard either. I mean,
Well, when you're ready for it, I have a topic for us today, too.
more beer news. All right.
Not beer news necessarily. It's a question posed to you guys. So
I don't have a beer question. I'll have to come up with that one next time. Okay. Well, I get this. So Liz said hello to everybody from JT as well. So hello, Liz.
Hi, James. Hi, Liz.
Gilbert says, cheers, fools.
EG.
So Gilbert has some funny stuff on his Facebook page this week.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I do that thing, and I was like, this is so funny. I'm like, I was for sure that.
But it wasn't him.
It wasn't him.
But I forgot what it was. I remember you showing it.
But Brittany posted it. Brittany posted it. No, it wasn't Britt. Was it Brittany? I think it was Brittany.
Right there. Hello, JV. I'm also sipping Imperial Voodoo Ranger. Well, there you go. Very nice. The video is drinking a Peak IPA.
It was Kelsey.
I'm trying to think. I think I may have had Peak like a couple years ago. I'm trying to think if they're out west, I believe.
I'm not sure.
JT's a gin cocktail. So who are you? What have you done with Rod? Hey, I mixed it up, son. Just when you think you got me down, you don't. You don't.
Let me tell my phone because I know what it is.
Quiet as kept. I do like a nice gin.
Was it that?
And I like when it was gin barreled on beers I've had that have been barreled in gin before, too. Those have been pretty good.
That one? It wasn't that one, was it?
No. Oh, hang on. What does it say?
Cannabis strains. Yeah, 14.
Yes, because it looks like a...
Yeah.
Hey, Big Daddy's in the house. He's got a juice for, so he's drinking New Belgium as well. Pipeworks Great Lagers, JT says. Which is what Mal has there. That Ninja Unicorn, I can still remember the taste of that, though. That's pretty solid.
It's delicious.
Love their Dunkel. We got Last Beer in the house. Cheers, Josh.
Last beer.
Tennessee Bushcrafter in the house. Evening, my friend.
There's so many people here that I don't know.
Mal, you know Tennessee?
I do. He was one of the winners of our drawing after our roundabout. He's friends with Al Chafe, My Back Step, which is where I met him in the first place. And great channel about like outdoorsy stuff. And yeah, definitely check him out. It's fantastic.
Well, welcome. Appreciate you being here. And for those of you just coming in don't know, we will be doing beer trivia at about 9:30 so that people can file in, and we'll see how everybody does this time. Matt's in the house. Hello, everyone.
Happy birthday, Chew.
Yeah, I was going to give away his age.
That's Chew?
No.
Yeah, his name's actually Matt, but yeah, he's Chew.
Chew, quit hiding. You're too special to hide.
I tried to talk him into it. He was like, "No, it's my birthday. I get my way. I'm gonna watch on TV." I was like,
But,
"Okay."
but the thing about Chew is like he's so like not commands the room, but like he's just like it's like what? Like he's so funny and
hmm
lighthearted, and it's just
Really
like
nuts. I didn't even know that was his actual name.
why are you hiding behind the camera? I mean, maybe it's a shtick or whatever, but you know.
Yeah, he was named Matthew, but he had a full-out German grandmother who called him Matchu when he was a kid,
Oh, I think you did tell us that.
and eventually the Mott fell away, and he was just Chew. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he told.
No, because that's like when you all came up here. It's like the two men went to sleep, and me and you sat here and talked forever.
I know, right?
Yes, and me and Mal sat here and talked forever.
Those lazy buggers.
Next morning, you know.
Whatever, but yeah.
Right?
Well, what's Chew's excuse then? He went to bed too.
Well, I don't have no excuse for that. But
You both, me and Mal just sat here and talked forever.
I know, it was wonderful, and I miss you so much.
I know, Mal. I am so happy that happened.
Me
All
too.
right, hugs all around. There we go. Yeah.
that's right. Yeah. Hey,
Peak through for me. I was off on that then. Okay, and I just looked on there. I didn't have any of their stuff. I thought I did. I'm confusing them with somebody else. You drink over 7,000 beers. Well, this is one thing about Untapped. My Untapped check is over 7,000 beers. And the thing that sticks in my mind is, what about the ones I never did check in? Because I started Untapped back in like 2015. It's always the ones you don't have one there that you're like
Yeah, I don't
wondering about.
understand that.
No.
I would like to know what my total number is, but I would go back to high school years. And that would be
I don't check them in nearly like I did used to anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm way above the number it says on here.
yeah.
So,
I think I'm like
we
Wilt.
slack on it a lot.
I'm like Wilt. I'm easy over 10,000. I'm just saying. I'm like Wilt.
So, Rod,
And beer drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rod, would you rather taste 10,000 things, or not taste, but experience 10,000 things and not remember any of them? Or would you rather taste 10 things and really feel deeply about, not taste, experience 10 things and really remember one of them?
I would do 10,000 things. You're going to
And
remember
none
some
of them
stuff
were
for the 10,000.
special. And none of them were special.
But it's still experience.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying you're ready. I mean, we just differ in opinion.
Jimi Hendrix, are you experienced? I'm just saying. I want the experience.
Like sometimes you need to stop and be like, this is really good. So I'm just going to stay with this.
Yeah, you could do it that way.
It's kind of a metaphor.
But that's like the same people that order the same stuff on the same menu every time they go to the same restaurant. You're not experiencing other stuff that could even be better.
Fish sandwich or chicken fingers?
See what I'm saying? But you're missing a lot of other good stuff. I like to peruse and check out other things.
Yeah.
I'm afraid I'm with Rod on this one.
Yeah.
But see, I have a very addictive personality. So I'm like, once I find something I like, I'm like, I want it back all the time.
That's part of why she don't like the craft beers, because she's like, I want it all the time, and then I want one.
No.
I like one that I can't get anymore until this time next year.
That's just 450. That's 450 North, right?
Yeah, the like
You're right. Yeah, that
special
was part of it.
edition.
Yeah, that was part of it.
I'm like, why would I want to taste something that I can only taste this one time and never have?
Because it's an experience. And then you appreciate it when it's gone.
It's,
Mhm.
I mean,
And then you get so joyful the next year when it comes back. And
Come on, Shannon. It's better to love and lost than not love at all.
Sometimes, but not always.
no,
Shannon.
especially
Shannon.
They're like yearly. They do come back.
It's
But
better
not
to,
some of the ones you're talking about.
Well, so the marketing team is for you guys.
They're not for you.
Exactly.
You don't drink them anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
well, it's a good thing you can always get Miller Lite, right? I mean,
Exactly.
But
when you're drinking Miller Lite,
we don't have any.
I don't have to buy it.
but you were drinking Miller Lite before the whole Bud Light fiasco.
Yeah, but now the whole thing, like the Bud Light thing, it's like they're like, I'm not drinking this anymore because blah blah blah, and I'm like, no, now I only want to drink that because I want to be like, I'm a Bud Light girl.
It's like the opposite of LeBron jersey in Cleveland.
I don't know what that means.
People were burning the jerseys and Shannon's buying them all up.
Mhm.
That's all right,
It
though.
depends why they're buying them up and
Yeah.
why they're burning them.
Well, the thing with the Bud Light thing is you can't even buy the can anyway. It was just a commemorative thing for Dylan. But then people just went crazy with it. So
Yeah.
Because like the whole the people that are in charge of all that stuff that decided that's what they were going to do, I'm like, yes, you may have all these consumers that
They don't
buy
drink it
and they're like, I'm not going to do that. And I was never dedicated to Bud Light. But I'm like, oh no, now
nobody's ever
I
dedicated to
am
Bud Light. Like Bud Light is just a matter of where you're at or something, or it's just
I'm sorry, Rob J. Chu's going to disagree with that one.
Shoes dedicated to Bud Light?
He loves it.
Really?
It's almost always in our fridge.
Okay.
I mean,
There's always an exception to the rule.
I've been more Bud Light than Miller Light, but Todd's like, I like Miller Light better, and I'm like, well, I'll drink that. That's fine because they're pretty.
Miller Light's definitely better than Bud Light, taste wise.
Yeah, they
In
might.
my opinion.
I don't.
Yeah.
I
But
miss
I'm
MGD.
close enough. I really can't tell the difference. But now I'm like, oh no, Bud Light all the way. Bud Light is where I'm at.
And I enjoy Coors on occasion, but MGD was great.
MGD was part of my 90s in college. Yeah, with a good amount of
Same.
MGD. Yeah, it was a good college beer for sure. MGD back in college, we had a lot of MGD. We had a lot of the Rolling Rock. At that time, when you were college kids, it was like Milwaukee's best because again, this is kind of really craft beer taking off, and plus you're college kids, so you're broke most of the time. So
Natty Lights,
Yeah,
Steel
yeah.
Reserve, the normal.
right. Yeah.
But-
Of course,
but one of the-
Shannon's favorite Mad Dog we throw once in a while.
Don't make me throw up on the table. No,
Please don't make her throw up on the table.
no. But
Mad
the
Dog.
thing is, it's like these controversies come out, and I really do love it. Like you can look at somebody and be like, okay, that's who they are. And I'm like, if I'm drinking a Bud Light and with all this, and they look at me and like, oh, well, she's a open-minded kind of gal, and I'm a closed-minded. So I don't think I want to talk to her. Like, I love it when I wish people walked around wearing t-shirts or like, I'm a racist or I'm a homophobe or I'm
Or batches be crazy.
But you
Or
would know up
hazy.
front.
Hazy, not crazy.
You would know up front.
But
Yeah.
you wouldn't. But like Bud Light, I feel like if I'm drinking Bud
Right, so you
Light,
would know it, friend.
right? But I'm saying if I was drinking a Bud Light today, people would be like, oh, when they were like homophobe.
Not in about 2 weeks, it'll all be gone.
No, yeah,
It
it's
will.
a flash. It's
The fridge will be
it's
full of Bud Lights again.
No,
But yeah, I
it's
think
a flash in the pan. It'll be gone
I
soon,
think the most-
and nobody will remember.
The greater number of people don't really even care much about it. It's always just the fun watch. Really, the fringe people kind of just go off the edge some.
I
So.
bet 99% of those people that threw all that in their trash can went back out and dug it out as soon as the camera went off. Put it back in the fridge.
I think the
That's
guy
good money I'm wasting there.
I think the guy that destroyed
Right,
the guy that destroyed the Jack Daniels stuff would be hating himself. I think at this point, he threw all that Jack Daniels away and all kinds of stuff, and it's just like, wow, that's stupid. I mean,
No.
it's just.
I am glad that I wasn't on last week because like I still have a lot of, but if I was on last week
Yeah,
when
me
we were,
too.
I mean, the whole show would have been about that. I've had time to calm down. And so,
Yeah, Chu told me I probably would have been a little riled up too. So
Probably
I've
the best
had
one.
time to calm
The
down.
calmer heads prevailed last week for sure.
Oh.
And
Well,
it's
that-
not even so much that I believe in that lifestyle. I believe that people should be able to do whatever the hell they want to do. Just like I have beliefs.
And it doesn't bother. It's not
I'm
bothering
like-
me.
as long as they're not kicking puppies or anything, like yeah.
Oh my
but-
God, I can't believe you just said that.
Well, I mean that would be
No, that's what I
something a break to the rule,
I said,
If they're kicking puppies, they can't do whatever they want. That's not chill.
Shannon said she's talking beliefs, and my mind's thinking Bull Durham. I'm just saying.
no, me and Donnie.
That's
me
on
and
time
my
for the Kevin Costner line. Yeah.
And I was like, as long as you don't kick puppies, abuse children, or be mean to elderly people, I mean, I'll give you a pass.
I like it when people aren't mean to any aged people, to be honest. Just don't be a dick. Honestly, can we just live by the don't be a dick rule?
Yeah.
Just stop being a dick. Okay, someone thinks different than you. It's chill. Relax. They don't have to agree with you. It's fine.
And
We're all going to be okay.
Pretty easy, really, when
like,
you think about it.
I can give you a pass. Like, don't be a dick. Yeah, that is the golden rule, I kind of feel. But, and I'm okay with whatever. But, I'm a very chill person. But if you're kicking a puppy, abusing children, or being mean to elderly people, then I'm gonna
lunge at them. You're like giving them a lunge at them there.
I haven't kicked a puppy in hours, so doing pretty good.
There you go.
See, I know you're joking.
I don't own a puppy. It would be really hard. I'd have to go find one. That's a lot of work.
Some say kick, some say nudge. I mean, who's to tell the difference?
Oh, I think my dad's watching. I shouldn't talk about kicking puppies. He has a puppy now.
Does he kick it?
Yeah, he's not letting you watch that dog anymore.
Of course he doesn't kick it. What's wrong?
That's okay, then you can talk about it. I mean, you can think about kicking them, but you just don't do it. Because they have to
not when he's around, anyway.
He's out back at a field goal practice. Yeah.
They are. Sometimes I'm like, I'd like to kick you to the, or let you out and run, but you won't do it,
I say that about our little lady for all the time.
You do. And I'm like,
I was going to let her out and run. She
well, Josh
run, and then she was like, "Oh shit, where am I at? I don't know what I'm doing."
Josh is cracking open the Timber Ales Fighting's Imperial Stout. I got the timber. I got you there. Happy birthday to Chew from Big T. What's up, Emerson? First time winner. Cheers, my friend. You know he be back. There's Daddy Mal. Cheers, cheers.
Hi, Pops.
He was in for a bit. He was here for our Bud Light stuff last week, too. So
yeah.
Nice.
Tennessee. Guinness Extra Stout, son. No foreign in there, Gilbert? No foreign? Come on, man. You're better than that. Hilarious a Chew transition to Skull. Ooh, celebrating 420. There you go.
Oh, yeah, he is. I know he is.
Last time I did the Old Urban Barbecue Competition, we repaired with Pipeworks, and I shared a Ninja Versus Unicorn with the owner, Garrett, which I bought ironically. Nice.
Nice.
I'll stick with nachos every time instead of 10,000 different things. I would get bored if it was the same thing all the time. That's just me, though.
Well, I told you about him ordering nachos our first night in Scotland. So, I mean,
yeah,
he's a nachos guy.
It's just funny he found a place that was serving nachos in Scotland like that.
Yeah, it was an Irish pub, too. We walked into the wrong bar. It was an Irish pub in Scotland. He got nachos. I don't know. Everything was wrong.
It's like, how is this place even here? How does this exist here?
I mean, you gotta try their nachos, I guess, right?
But it was the honeymoon. We had enough shots it made up for it, so it's all good.
Belgian Air on Arbor, 10-year Scottson. I mean,
I love Ardbeg.
No, but I mean,
I would still want to mix it up.
As well,
But hey.
Hi, Dad.
420. He's on the 420 tonight, that's for sure.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that is my beer when I don't. I think when he doesn't have something else.
No, there has to be more there.
He's supposed to be a woman. Too early for that joke. Gilbert.
Well, we always kind of thought that, but we weren't going to say it, Gilbert.
I mean, with Gilbert's Facebook post, I'm confused half the time anyway. Like, what's he saying here?
all over the place.
Oh, 30 packs of Red. So Red Dog, that was another one back in college. I mean, that's when it was launched, I think, came out in the 90s, late 80s?
Yeah, I couldn't get that by me, but Chew talks about it a lot, so I haven't had that one.
Yeah, good old Red Dog. But like beer when I want to drink, but not think too hard on the complex flavors. You just go with the rice.
Yep, pretty much.
Miller Lite is too sweet for me. You know, well, you down? I mean, yeah, you get the sweetness from the corn and stuff. You know, malts. And happy birthday! So I get down here. 30-pack of Red Dogs, obviously. Yeah, with 30-pack of Red Dogs, and now you're getting 30-pack of hams. So definitely a different time. So
Yeah.
but they had the 12-pack of the Genesee Springbok was like $10.99 a few weeks back.
Really?
Yeah,
That's fun.
They get a lot of the 12 packs. I think it was a 12-pack. It might have been bigger than a 12-pack actually. I'm trying to think size wise. It was a good. Yeah, it was 12. Just like because it's laid out differently than some of the other stuff is. But yeah, don't kick a puppy unless it's a pit bull. Why are you going to pick on the pit bulls? What if it's Chihuahua? You can carry good air with a Chihuahua. Just saying, if you had to pick one to go for a distance.
Maybe he's picking one that'll, stand up to you, perhaps.
I don't think there's any dog that has more of a Napoleon complex than a Chihuahua. Those things just yapping. It's just like, okay, we see you.
I'll kill you. I'll kill you. I'm tiny, but I'll kill you.
Great character for Ren, I tell you.
Oh, yeah.
Let me see here. You still get 30 packs of Red Dogs. Just a matter of but they still make that beer. Yeah, I mean that is something you could definitely look to pick up. And I saw the sign. I saw some different things where they have those at places, and I might get a Red Dog just for something. I never rated on Untapped Red Dog. I never did a review on Red Dog. Maybe I'll get some of those old school beers. Do some old school week or something.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Red Dog, Ice House.
Yeah. And I'm like,
all the time.
now I remember why I stopped drinking this one now.
Exactly.
Did you know that Ice House is the name of a band and they sing this song called Electric Blue?
No, I did not.
Ice House?
That's definite. So the other night when we were having our party, we have like not karaoke, like you have to sing along with the song. So
but she puts the words up on her iPad.
Yeah.
So,
so we would pass. I'm like, this is your song. Take a song. And my friend Stephanie, who I've been friends with since I was like in the first grade, she was like, play this song. It's from Ice House. It's called Electric Blue. And I'm like, what? And we played it, and it was like it's an 80s song. I'm like, oh my God, I forgot I even ever heard this song. And it was just like, oh my God. So, I mean, I can't play it because of copyright things, but Electric Blue. But
I think there used to be an aftershave called Electric Blue.
There's I mean, it's a catchy phrase.
I think it was. Yeah.
Electric Blue. I can see all over.
Oh, she's feeling it tonight. I like it. I like it a lot.
I told you.
Blue.
Just wait till the 10 o'clock hour when it really
and then
gets
I was
real.
like, Stephanie, I was like, where did you? She's like, I heard it when I was shopping at Meijer. It was over the speaker. I'm like, well, that kind of makes sense.
Well, shout out to Bri. Appreciate you, my friend, and doing well. Hope you are too, and appreciate the super chat there, my friends. So,
10 pounds.
10 pounds, which is a lot more here.
Pounds, not
What
dollars.
is that sound? An airplane?
It's
Oh,
mouse heater. It's mouse.
No, it's we are by the train tracks. It's a freight train.
It's a
Sorry.
freight train. Yeah, no, it sounded like an airplane. That's why I'm like, no, it's not the
I heard
heater.
it too, but I didn't know what it was.
Wow,
but you know,
I'm surprised that my microphone is picking up so well tonight. It usually doesn't catch the train for you guys.
It's got
So,
very little of it.
But
Yeah.
Mal, do you like the train tracks?
I don't hear them anymore.
She's on the other side. She's on the other side of them.
Yeah, there we go.
No, but so when my mom and dad got divorced, me and my mom moved into this house, and there was train tracks, and it was when the train track serial killer was.
Gotcha.
So that
Wow.
kind of
So there was a killer that was tracking.
yeah, he'd hop on trains and he'd hop off and kill people, and then he'd hop back in and go to different.
His name wasn't Boxcar Willie, was it?
No, he's a musician.
Could have been.
I
I'm
know
glad
what
people
he's
remember.
doing. He's trying to confuse
Boxcar
you.
Willie, he did this old house ain't got no shingles, but that was him, right?
Yeah, he had the commercials back in the day. Boxcar
Yeah.
Willie, when they saw the albums on TV and stuff.
But
Or was he the
anyway,
comedian one?
No, he was a singer. He was a singing.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
Boxcar Willie. But I give a
I'm-
shout out to Bry here for dropping the super chat. So thank you very much, my
Woohoo!
friend.
ow!
Love that money.
Love
Okay.
the sound of the train.
But Shannon, you can continue your story if you like.
That was
You know,
pretty-
we haven't seen Boxcar Willie in a number of years, so it could have been. I'm just saying.
No,
It's
do you
been a
remember
long
the
time.
book?
It's possible.
Do you remember the book when we were kids and it was called The Boxcar Children?
Yes, the book series where the
Oh,
kids
my-
like ran away from bad parents or something, but the four of them were living in the boxcar. Yeah, and they
Yes.
solved mysteries.
So
Wait a
good.
minute. Was this not the Hardy Boys hanging
It
out with
was
Nancy
called The
Drew?
Boxcar Children.
It came
not
out
the Hardy
after the Hardy Boys. It came out after Nancy Drew, but it was 4 children, 2 boys, 2 girls, who lived in a boxcar out in the woods, and they would solve mysteries. But they were on their own. So yeah, it was a different series, meant for like second graders, the reading level.
So they ran away from their parents, and their parents never looked for them.
No,
They
the
just-
parents
Yeah, they're like,
died.
see ya.
Oh, did the parents die? I couldn't remember what happened to the parents.
Well, that's a sad book for kids.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, I
Well,
mean, that was
the
just
kids
like
had
in
fun.
the pre.
I mean, when
pre-log.
we were Gen X, so we could take it, but it was just
Mhm.
nowadays kids be in therapy.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
adults.
we should probably be in therapy too, but we don't like to address.
I was
our
reading this book,
emotions.
and the parents aren't there now.
They're coming, but they never showed up. I don't know.
I'm so
And as a
traumatized.
Gen X, and as a Gen Xer, you're like, nobody's ever going to show up. So
Just
just
like
Get
suck
over
it up. It's like suck it up.
get over it.
Just deal with
Nobody's
it.
ever going to. You're on your own.
Yeah.
You are on your own.
I'm a
Dude,
proud.
What you got?
I'm a proud Generation Y, actually. Just a little bit after Gen X, but I'm not quite a millennial because we were the ones who did not give a crap about anything. We didn't believe we were going to be the best of the best. We didn't think we needed participation trophies because we didn't think we were good enough. We didn't care about anything because Gen X already accomplished everything. There was no way we could
didn't
keep up. So what the
thing
heck?
but surviving. So I
But
believe
that was my spot. I was like that 2-year period where we were just like, you guys did everything. We're screwed. What are we supposed to do? We don't care. And we just gave up. Like we didn't care at all. My senior class lost our senior games because we didn't care. No one showed up. We didn't. No one cared.
I mean, you didn't care about that, but because you realize there's other things that are more important to care about.
Well, I mean, every teacher would warn, like all of the teachers would warn the next year that we didn't care about anything. Every single one of them, they would always warn them that, like, we got good grades, but we just didn't give a crap what we were going to do with it. Like, that was my whole class. It was stupid. Like, we just didn't care. So, I mean, we got better later, but, we didn't care.
Yeah.
Because we literally said Generation Y. Like, that was us.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
I
Why? Like, are you serious? I don't want to. No, it's cool. Thanks. Ooh, phase 3.
Number two.
Wait, which one? Which one? Oh, I love that one.
Is it good? I've never had it.
It's wonderful. You're gonna love it.
The one I had last week was similar to this one. I forget what the name of it was now, but it was. I feel like it was the same. 2 of the 3 hops were the same, but the other hop was different.
It was
Yeah.
the cloud one, right? Cloud cover or cloud?
Let's see. Full sounds.
Oh, full
DDH
sounds.
sounds.
I actually haven't tried the full sounds yet.
Double dry hopped. Yeah.
They're big on the double dry hop. That's like a huge thing for them.
It's Amarillo and Citra hops. Okay, so that wasn't. Well, that's Citra. It has Citra, but that was a mosaic.
Let me get the rest of these in, and we'll do the trivia thing. But Big Daddy said hasn't seen Red Dog in years. There are some places where you can get the Red Dog still, but it is limited. Plank Road Brewery. There you go. 90s beer reviews. Could be. I mean, we had some rough beer back in the 90s, though.
I mean, how
Uh,
further in the night?
Chihuahuas can fetch my tacos, Bud. It's easy, Bud. You got to say Bud like Breakfast Club. That's how I feel. I don't know how you guys feel, but I feel like whenever someone puts Bud at the end of the line, it makes me think of Breakfast Club. Bride said, "All good here." Boxcar Killy, maybe, could
Instead of
be.
Boxcar Willie.
Yeah.
Oh, that was such a dad joke. What are you doing?
Molson Triple X was my underage brew of choice. I did a Triple X review on the channel last year. Actually, it wasn't too bad.
I think Shannon
It's
reviewed this
crazy
one.
to ask how the hell the boxcar got out in the woods. Probably
No, stuff was left out in the woods all the time. No one questioned it.
back in the
This one
80s, as a kid growing up, we go out to the woods and you build forts like that. You would find a lot of stuff out in the woods that were just.
All over.
I mean, I may have walked over Jimmy Hoffa's body at some point because everything was out in the woods. I can't confirm or deny, but yeah, you'd be like,
I love the woods.
it would be good here, a shopping cart. Oh my God, there's a shopping cart in the woods. We can use that. Like, you just find all kinds of stuff out there.
And then you find a hill and one of you gets destroyed,
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Yeah, go flipping and yeah.
The biggest mystery is whenever
The-
the biggest mystery would be when you found shoes. Why was there always only one shoe?
Right.
Where was the
Who
other
is losing one shoe?
There's always one shoe.
Woods.
Everywhere. In the middle of the street, you would find a shoe by itself sometimes
No,
too. Just
the
one shoe.
woods.
Yeah, to be in the woods.
Yeah.
They were
But you were
always
saying
all
you
over
were
the place.
in the woods. You found a shopping cart, shoes.
You find all kinds of stuff in the woods.
Always,
Yeah.
always.
Yeah. I was up in New Jersey. Yeah, you'd be in the woods somewhere. You find all kinds of stuff. You find like
Random.
Especially
Okay.
when shoes are just dangling from the power lines. Like, what
Yeah.
are you throwing shoes up there for?
At least then it's always two, though. At least you know
Yeah, right,
both
yeah,
shoes
those
ended
are
up.
two. It was
If
always
If you lose one, how do you lose one?
that's
Because you got shitty, stupid friends. And then they're like, hey, I'm going to play a joke on you. I'm like, you're
I don't know. It's just there'd be
over.
somebody should write a book called The One Shoe Mysteries. I bet it'd be a bestseller because everybody knows people that have seen only one shoe in spots.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah,
I know
sure.
you're talking about the Red Shoe Diaries.
No. That's totally different.
Isn't that about ballet or something?
The Red Shoe Diaries is a little particular womp. Yeah, that was
Oh,
after hours. Yeah,
HBO specials.
yeah.
No, it's
They're
on
Showtime.
Cinemax.
That wasn't an after school
Something
special.
Max.
No.
Hey, you know how you know.
What's up, Aubrey? Cheers. She was up late. She was watching that in Lady Chatterley. I grew up with trains running in my backyard.
I watched Lady Chatterley.
Well, that's what I just said. I think I just said that.
I mean, God, do it now.
I was in getting a beers.
No, he just said it just now.
And that's why I was like, I watched that.
Yeah, I can't find a store in Chicago that sells Red Dog.
James, I can't either. She's been looking. So
The last one
we
I
haven't
saw
been able to
was
find any.
in Kentucky, outside Cincinnati. They have it down there. That's the last place I've seen it, I think. If you can't find it at Benny's, it must not be worth drinking. That's what people say. Red Dog. Well, I haven't seen that beer since late 90s. So, yeah, I mean, but it is out there still. It is out there. My parents opened the door and kicked me out of the house and was told to be back when the moon rises. But back then, it was like home before the light came on, right? Like they would basically kick you out. They would lock the doors. Like you couldn't go outside. That's something that you learn to drink from the hose and stuff too. Like kids today, when
Yeah,
they
it's
understand
like
about drinking from the hose,
You open the door and I'm like, quit letting all the air conditioning on.
right? Throw the other one away. What's one shoe gonna do? But yeah,
Yeah.
but chances are you probably threw it away to another spot that wasn't with the other shoe because you didn't know where the other shoe was. So somebody's gonna find the other shoe. There's still gonna be one shoe. You never
See, I
get
didn't
away
even
from it.
Shoes when I was a kid. When I'd go out,
Feeling
like-
irate.
cold, I still don't like to wear shoes. But I get these big old cracks in my toes because I'd be out running the streets. And I mean, that's like in a
Well, if you're
suburban.
running the street with no shoes on, yeah, you might get crack in the toes.
Yeah, they got all dried, and I get on my bike and I fall. I get my skin knees. Like I was a mess. I mean, I'm still kind of a mess, but I was a really big mess back then.
All right, let me see here. So I am going to pull out the trivia game. And for those of you that played last time, you know to get your phones ready so you can go into the website. Man, that's how a dog gets. No, that's how a dog gets kicked. Well, I guess I did say it now.
That's the one you always want to catch.
I bet it's the smallest one of the group.
It is the smallest one of the bunch.
And it's the first dog that is obsessed with him. We get dogs and they're like, they don't even like me. And this one was for my 40th birthday.
Well, she is obsessed with me when her other one's not around. When her other dog's not around.
Well, she's obsessed with Blake, but yeah.
Do the folks on screen get to play too? I haven't seen the trivia before, so I don't know how this works.
Except for Rod.
Top played last time. Yeah.
Cool.
So I'm going to pull it up here, and I'm going to share my screen.
I forgot what we have to download now.
Oh, it'll be on the screen here.
Oh, okay.
And let's see if Emerson can repeat as champion this time, or somebody will take him down for the crown.
That would be me. Who knows nothing about beer, but
it was between Emerson and JT last time.
That's what I was thinking, JT, and then somebody else was also playing, wasn't it?
Yeah, we had somebody else in there too.
Was it just the three of us?
But it got to them two, I think, to win.
Yeah. And Emerson wasn't ahead the whole time. He came from behind.
No, he came from behind.
Yeah, but then took a massive lead.
All right, so on your screen, for those of you that want to jump into the trivia game for tonight, you will have the QR code that you can scan, or you can go to the URL and type in the number, and then that will allow you to get into the game. I'll blow it up here a little bigger on the screen for you, I think, if I can do that. Oh, there we go. Make full screen.
I had trouble getting in for some reason.
Shoot, where's my thing here to make it full screen that I want to do? Whoops, don't want to do that. There we go.
Yeah, I'm playing.
You got to scan the bar.
Well,
code.
Okay.
Are you going to play on mine?
No.
There we go. Full screen layout. So you have that all right there.
Get my camera.
Well, yeah. What you got is.
Oh, was it $15 at 30 with Red Dog? Yes, indeed. Same time, 30 packs were invented. I think it was probably back in the 90s. Not 90s. It was mid 80s because I was drinking it in college. Oh, we got Mallory in there, or Mallory Chu.
No.
Woohoo!
JT.
Yeah. I don't know.
The one shoe mysteries left the covers of the kid that was caught by the bear. Was it Cocaine Bear? It's Cocaine Bear.
I mean, join game code connect.
Drink with the hose.
Oh,
no. Took a second to settle in, huh, Emerson? Drink with
I
the
like
hose.
that. That's nice.
Four.
Oh. You haven't had Red Dog in years as well. I just called several liquor stores in Milwaukee.
Connect.
While you guys get all set up, I'm going to grab a beer. So I will be right back.
Chu made his own. I put his name on mine. Darn it. I did it wrong. Oh, the winner. Nice.
That's me.
Oh, is it? Oh, Todd.
Now you just gotta wait. You don't do anything.
Okay.
Now you just wait until he'll start putting up the questions, and then you can answer on your phone, and then it'll say who got it right and who got it wrong, and keeps your score. And
This will be one of the reasons why people think I'm smarter.
it's a bunch of players tonight. I like it.
Well, this is going to be fun.
6 players.
My dad just texted me to make sure I saw his joke about boxcar Killy.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, I saw it. He's celebrating 420 hardcore, I think.
I was gonna say, yeah, I think we mentioned that a time or two. But
No, I found our daughter's 420 down and sent a pill bottle that she gets her.
Actually, while Rod is running, I'm going to grab another beer. Give me 1 second.
I mean, that's okay. Electric blue on my knees.
All right, I am back. Let's see here. We got everybody in yet? Did everybody? 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Anybody else going to jump in here? Feel free to do so.
Do, 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 do.
I was thinking I should download that Triple H time to play the game. But I didn't do it in time,
All right, Rusty, if you're still on, join in.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably be up until like noon tomorrow.
Aubrey was buying Red Dog underage when he got it. If you get wrong answers, you do chug a beer. I like that idea, Chewy. Wrong answers, chug a beer. We'll use the honor system on that, folks.
Crap ton of Red Dog in Ice House college. I remember because it was higher ABV than your normal.
There's Big Daddy in there now. I think the first drink I bought when I was, I think,
Their band's name's Ice House. I wonder if they named their beer after that
I
band,
don't know.
or if the band named. You know,
I think it was Big Daddy was in there last time. I think he was.
yeah, it was Big Daddy was for
Yeah. Seven ballers going at it.
I was wondering what noun you were going to put in there.
Your dad said something went wrong. Did you go in there and go to the website, or did you use the QR code, RS?
I don't know if he knows how to use a QR code.
Just put your camera from the phone on it. It'll give you the
Yeah, you
link.
can do your camera,
Yeah, hold up
Or
your
if you have a
camera
bar-
to that little box.
or if you have a barcode scanner, that works too.
I don't think he has
barcode
one of
scanner,
those.
Whatever.
are you as the one that can't figure it out? Is it he's Apple or is he Android?
It's not Apple.
So it's Android.
Well,
I would assume so.
Yeah, then you need to tell him how.
Well, no, you can take a picture of it, or I already had the scanner thing already. I didn't download it. It was
Yeah, if you just do a regular picture, it'll do it as well.
yeah, it should.
Yeah, hold your camera up to the little weird box there, Dad.
Hey.
Or you can just type in that.
This is kind of a family show. I'm just saying.
Or you can just type in that URL there, and it'll take you there too.
Nowhere
It's
near
a family
family.
show. I said Dad at the end. I got it covered.
You're not the only woman, I'm sure. So.
Oh no.
Or that'd be Daddy.
You know my husband's playing too, right?
Oh shit! Oh shit!
You're terrible.
Let's see. All right.
Oh, I hear Chew laughing downstairs. I think his TV just caught up with what I just said.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Nice.
All right. We got 7 in. I'm gonna start at 9:45. So last ones, send a message if you're having trouble, like RS did. JT's trying to help out. What if you are on your phone? There's Aubrey.
Oh.
See, you got it, Aubrey. You did it, all right, dog.
All right.
In your browser, enter Play Trivia Maker, hit Join Game, and enter the 6-digit code. So JT is trying to help out.
Can you play it on a computer as well, or is it just on phones?
No, you go to the computer link right there. You
Yeah, I
can
think it's
pull it
yeah.
up.
If you just do that URL.
So, Dad, if you want to type the HTTP there onto your computer, you should be able to log in there.
I don't even know if you'd probably just put play.triviamaker.com.
TriviaMaker.com, right? And there's a code I think you just enter.
Yeah.
You just got to give extra options, don't you guys? Like,
We try.
We accommodate. We try to get everybody in, you know.
Try to fit it all in.
We'll give them a couple extra minutes here. Well, I'm going to crack open a beer from Todd Ashan's neck of the woods. Well, really north of them, but it's going to be from Champagne. It's going to be a Champagne Velvet from Upland Brewing. So
No, we actually have the main brewery's in Bloomington, so it is a little bit north than here, but we have an Upland brewery in 10 minutes from our house now, so
oh, nice.
right on the river. It's super nice. They have every day of the week is a different beer that they have, and you can drink it for like $3.
Oh shit, we got Squirrel in the house. Cheers, Squirrel.
This is gonna be
It's gonna-
interesting.
RS says my car wouldn't start either. Your car or the computer? Switching to the Springbok by Half Acre. Very nice. Springbok. JT's playing on his MacBook. All right. Let's see.
All right, so I called my dad real quick. He said my car wouldn't start either because, well, he's not playing trivia tonight.
Oh, he's not? Okay. All right.
No, he's gonna sit out this one.
Right. Chew Dog. Wait a minute, Chew Chews? Chew, you can only do it one time. Or is there a Chew copier? Is there an imitator out there for Chew? Chew, you can't stack the deck, my friend.
The last thing we need is an imitator for that guy.
They got Chew Dog here, and then we got Chew Dog there.
Dog. I'm willing to bet the DOG is my Chew, just
That's the
because
OG Chew.
Red Dog and Chew Dog.
Chew's gonna jump in like 4 more times. He's bound to win. He's bound to win.
I know he's got the laptop, he's got his phone, he's got the TV, all the play. Yeah, he's gonna figure it out.
He's gonna have 4 aliases, and he's gonna get the right answer about one person every time.
Oh, I did have theme music I could have played. I think. I don't know if it comes through or not. Let me see. Oh, it doesn't do it yet. I think until I start, maybe. We'll see.
And the theme. Do, 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 do.
Oh, he said I got kicked out, so I had to re-enter now Chew Dog. How'd you get kicked out?
Huh.
That's weird. There
That's
better be no
strange.
kids in here with the drinking of booze and not safe for schoolyard humor, right? Kids should be in bed by now, right? Yeah.
Close enough.
Have a chew everywhere. Here, have a chew there, a chew everywhere, a chew.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and I'll blow this up to the, if I can blow up to the main screen, full screen layout.
All right, we go.
That. Where's Shannon at?
I'm here.
She's right here.
Well, we're about to start.
She's waiting for.
She's in there.
Here.
Yeah, she's coming.
I went to get a snack. Okay, I'm here.
All right, all right, all right. That's my Kevin Hart. I'm working on it, folks. I'm working on it. All right, all right, all right. So here are today's categories: beer styles, beer industry, brewing the beer, and category 4, which I thought I put a title, but apparently the title didn't go through. So
Give me category 4 for.
It's the mystery category.
just know
They were like, I'm only here for 4 hours, and
it'll be for beer.
I'm clocking out. We'll just call it category 4.
Right.
So, as you remember, well, those of you that played last time, you have 4 categories, 4 questions. Each question will have 2 multiple choice answers, and as you progress, the questions do get a little bit harder. I can't believe it.
What's category 4 supposed to be?
I think it was miscellaneous type beer things. It's a mix.
Okay.
Kind of a
So category 4 is fitting then.
it's kind of a potpourri of things, so to speak.
I
So,
identify with category 4.
there you go. There you go. So, if we are ready, we will go ahead and begin.
So you gonna do? Are you gonna snake it again like you did last time?
We're ready. We're ready.
Yeah, I'm gonna snake it, I think. So we'll start off with
That's what she said.
unless should I snake it? You think I should snake it? Snake it seemed to work well last
I don't know
time.
what that even means.
Everybody likes a snake.
No,
Let's-
they-
Let's snake it from category 4 though, going across instead of
Whoa.
beer.
There you go. There you go. Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Ooh. Brewery
This one.
Weihenstephan is identified as the oldest brewery in the world, but which is number 2?
I don't understand that question.
Is it Affligem Brewery
Second.
out of Belgium, or is it Weltenberg Abbey Brewery out of Germany?
Oh, so we only have 2.
Yeah. So you got 50-50 chance here.
My answer's in.
I'm probably wrong already. Right out of the gate, I'm wrong.
You know,
Yeah.
if Chew Dog got kicked out and his other Chew Dog is still in there, it's never
What?
going to answer, right?
One's gonna get the right answer.
Well, JT hasn't answered yet. JT, don't be Googling. Answer the question.
No Google for you.
I see a JD left the answer and wanted a Chew Dog. We got
I feel like Germany was a country before Belgium. Well, like both
10,
copied off.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, I do got a buzzer, don't I? I do got that there.
Oh, JT just said I seem to be locked out. Where do I answer?
You answered on the thing. That's like you guys did. Did JT get kicked out?
There's too many bugs in this system.
No, it was fine last week. Last time we did it. Seemed like that. Where do you answer? Or you guys
It's error,
on
not
the A or the B. You clicked on the A or the B.
it's usually my problem. User error.
Because I don't know if you can get back in now, JT.
Oh yeah, probably not. I don't know. Maybe try it and see.
Big Daddy says last time my iPhone 10 was coming in last, even though I responded first, so I don't want to hear it. Oh,
Well, to buy him a second, I'm having a Taco Fest from Ravinia Brewing Company Mexican style lager with a little bit of lime and salt in it, and it's just lovely.
Oh,
Well, I think if JT didn't get in, I don't think he can
He's
get in
not
now.
seeing a place to answer, he
Yeah, because you
says.
just clicked the A or the B is what you clicked. Isn't that what you guys did?
yeah.
Yeah, it popped
Yeah.
up on the phone when you changed the,
Yeah.
thing, so
I'm sorry, but
maybe
yeah,
he doesn't have a strong connection?
I mean, you can still see his comments, right? So,
Yeah, that's true.
okay. So,
Well, if he
yeah, but I need to have it on here because
say
no,
A
no,
or B, JT.
no, because it scores here, so I need it on here.
But I mean, it's not going to be that hard to keep score of one person.
Well, he can comment the answer, yeah.
You gonna keep score?
Yeah, I'll keep score.
yeah.
I will too.
Yeah.
JT won.
JT wins before we even get to play.
So we got two auditors there.
Yep.
So JT, tell them A or B for that one, I guess, or the answer.
Well, now that he's had time to Google it, this will be perfect.
Right.
Well, we're not going to give him this much time next time.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Wonton tacos would not be bad.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, that does sound amazing right now.
Seems to be the government-run site distribution.
Oh, he says just play on and don't mind him.
Okay.
Totally is. EG.
All right, JT. It could be a government site. It could be spying on us right now.
That's the nursing boards are.
It might be China, like a TikTok auxiliary channel.
I think graduated with the masters.
Okay, so here we go. Oh no.
Oh my God, this is such a poop show.
No, I'm trying to see. Here we go. Active.
I done forgot what to do.
Hey. Yeah, I did actually.
Brought on board.
Don't hit the X, you're gonna close out.
Why isn't it?
Try clicking on the people, maybe?
No, it's not that because I just
What's
didn't
the
do
end
anything
button
there.
down at the bottom?
Well, I hit the end, or you would. Oh yeah, end this question. This right, it's the right thing. That's what we did. Yeah. The answer is B. Waltenberg at
Yeah. Because I'm like,
All right, in the game, I'm in first.
Woohoo!
Go to the scoreboard.
Belgium just copied off of Germany, is what they did.
Everybody got that right. That was
Everybody did get it right except two that aren't in there now.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and I can pull the old Chew Dog out. I hate to pull JT.
Pull the new Chew Dog out too.
I'm so glad I'm not in charge of this.
I don't know if Emerson, you didn't answer that one. I don't know if you're in the game or not now. But he did win. He did win last week. Well, let me leave James in just in case it pops up on the next one.
Okay.
All right. Let me see. All right.
Oh my
Back
God.
to the question board.
Hey,
Relax.
Squirrel. I love that username.
All right. So now we're going to go into brewing the beer. This step of the brewing process where the brewer rinses the malts is called steeping or Spargin?
I put like, they're always like, go with the first answer. Don't think too much. If it pops in your head,
It's called rinsing.
We got Aubrey still out there.
farting before. Probably because I don't brew beer. Maybe I don't know.
Aubrey, where are you at,
Those are
son?
fruit terms.
Aubrey was talking about eating a basket of wonton tacos. I hope you didn't get hungry and run away.
Aubrey got distracted by a squirrel.
Right?
I can't tell my Which maybe why I don't brew anymore.
But I'm the worst.
Somebody got booted
like,
before and had to re-enter like 2. Maybe it timed out if you get in too early. That might be something with it.
It did kick me back out of it. Did well. I didn't have to re-log in, but it did kick me off the main screen.
They don't have these conversations.
Might be a time function. I don't know if Aubrey, are you there? Earth to Aubrey. All right. Well, time is on this one, so we're going to go ahead and hit the answer. It is Spargin.
That's the dumbest word I've ever heard.
I'm hoping all y'all got that right. Oh, y'all got that. Nobody. No.
Speaking
I can hear Chu saying woohoo from downstairs.
Shannon's the only one that missed it. Aubrey missed it because he wasn't there in time to answer.
Because I never heard the word sparging. I heard the word steeping.
Spargin.
I think they just made that word up.
I was just hoping Mal got it. Like, if Mal doesn't get this, I'll be so upset.
Yeah, we ain't drinking beer from your brewery if you did.
All right, let's jump into beer industry. What does BJCP stand for? Beer Judge Certification Program or Beer Judge Certified Professional?
I just heard Chu yell, son of a bitch.
Look at my answer.
He's very noisy downstairs. It's quite funny for me.
I'm very good at acronyms. I am very good at acronyms.
LOL.
I saved this TikTok.
LOL.
Like every parent.
LMAO.
Here before I beat your ass. But it was
All right, I think we got them all in.
It was the letter of every word. It was a parent screaming out the front door.
Wow.
And was like, what does these letters mean? And it was very long. And it was like, that says, get your ass in here.
It stands for Beer Judge Certification Program.
I know. Just said ass.
No, I know. I didn't know if you knew that.
Everybody got that? Any shake up? No shake
She
up.
just said that's a lie. So
Oh,
he must have
Emerson's
gotten
back
it
now.
wrong.
Yay, Emerson got back. All right. Chu. Oh, he must have. Yeah, he dropped to 200. Oh, you better get that. You better get Chu, Mike. Better teach him up.
He's playing both cards.
Let's go. Beer.
He's trying to win the beer stand is what he's trying to do.
Here we go with beer styles. Generally, bottle fermented. These unfiltered German wheat beers are known for their cloudy appearance and spicy clovey flavor, and sometimes served with lemon slices. Are we talking about a Weiss beer, or are we talking about a Wit?
She's yelling, I know it. I'm highly amused by my peanut gallery over here.
Served with a what?
Lemon slices. Tick-tocky, don't stop. Ooh.
I think I'm wrong on this one. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I forget.
I know when they bring out, because I love wheat beers, and they'll bring in orange, and I'm like, please keep the orange.
All right.
We pick different.
Here we go. Weiss
No, I got that.
beer.
I thought it was. Yes, I thought that's what it was, but
Yes. Now, if I'd have said coriander with an orange, I would have led you more to the wit side.
I just heard Chew go,
No.
what?
Oh, Chew is falling off. Look at this.
Chew
Look at this.
Bozaki is the wife's vice. Like, come on, with the lemon slice.
Now, those of you that played before, you know the first round are the easier questions. So we're not even into the hard stuff yet. So
That's what she said.
yeah. So now we're going beer styles. This amber lager is made with beechwood smoked malt to add an enhanced. That should be smoky, not silky. Smoky and maltiness to the beer. It was created out of the Bamberg area of Germany. Was it the Helles or was it the Rock beer?
This amber liquor is made with beechwood smoked malt to add, and I've never even heard of either one of these answers.
50-50, right?
I'm gonna put my hand over it, and I'm like,
Better odds than the SAT.
I think
True.
this is just where my hand led me, what button my hand led me to hit.
Oh, all right. Let's go ahead and get the answer here. Rock beer. I don't think anybody would have missed that. That's watched me enough on videos to know that's one of my
I
favorite
mean,
styles.
I had no idea what the hell they were talking about.
she just guessed on that one. But nice
But-
job.
But my hand, I'll put my hand.
She
Look,
used
squirrel fell off of that one a little bit.
magic.
I used my energy for that answer.
There you go. So we got two up there right now. Mal and Big Day Chicago representing nicely, holding down the lead right now. I mean, technically, choosing Chicago too, but you know, there can only be one winner per household. So, all right, let's hit the beer industry again. What is the third level of Cicerone? Advanced Cicerone or certified Cicerone?
Oh, I can't change it.
Yeah, it's like checkers. Once your fingers off the board.
I get excited and I'm like, yes, and then I'm like, oh shit, maybe you should have thought about that first.
Oh shit, Aubrey, you're
That-
back.
I honestly
That is what she said.
All right, we got the
No.
answers in.
Right.
you might be right.
Survey says Advanced Cicerone.
Yeah, I got it wrong.
Advanced Cicerone is the third level.
First certified would be the final level, I would think, but I don't know.
The final level will be Master Cicerone.
Oh, that's right.
Mhm.
Man.
Certified is second level.
Oh, this is
Mhm.
the second level. Okay.
But Cicerone is the beer expert, and then what's the wine expert? It's like a
Sommelier.
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 Yes, sommelier.
So Mal pulls into the lead at number one right now, but the winner's right behind, coming in second, and Big Daddy's right there to tie for third. So it's not over yet. This is more exciting than Swamp People, folks. Let's go ahead and get into this. Brewing the beer.
I mean, I think you can find something better to be more swamp people.
Because say you have a scoreboard at the end of Swamp People. If you watch Swamp People, never mind.
I don't.
The Reinheitsgebot, or Bavarian Purity Law of 1516, was amended to later add one ingredient to beer. What was it? Yeast or hops?
15, 16.
I'm pretty confident in my answer.
Lock it in,
Even
baby.
though I don't even know what the hell they're talking about.
It's like final answer.
It is my final one. Because I can't switch it now because they won't let me.
All right, you got all the answers in. Yeast.
Really? 'Cause
So what?
The hops was added to make it preserve it a little bit. I think.
because
They didn't know what yeast
Remember
was. They
yeast
thought it was
been
magic.
around for a long time.
Right.
Hops was newer.
Yeah, so with yeast, like Mal was saying there, it wasn't really discovered fully at that point in some of the areas. And a lot of times you had the hops, you had the grain, you had the water, but It was
Right.
changed later to add yeast when they found the strength of what yeast could do. So you had wild fermentation where it was yeast from the air that took place.
Yeah, they didn't have microscopes. They didn't know what yeast was.
Yeah.
They just thought it was what do they call it? God is good, I think.
Yeah, right. And if you would have thought of Louis Pasteur being later on, that might have given you a little bit of the answer.
With the cows and the pox, I know who he is. Maybe we should
He
do
was
a
later, so if he, yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Louis
So
Pasteur was
Mal's still holding it down.
vaccines and microbiology.
All of a sudden, Chu was given the Lee Corso. Not so fast, my friend.
Choo.
He's jumped up to third now by himself.
Hanging on the door.
The winner is right there in pursuit.
He's trying to peek over my shoulder at my answers now.
Yeah, we got a bunch of
All right. Straws were first invented in ancient times by the Sumerians for drinking beer. True or false?
True or false?
Who are the Sumerians?
They
Ancient
lived in
culture.
Sumer.
Sumeria, ancient culture.
Long time ago. Byzantine, that kind of area.
Yeah.
I've lost all confidence. I don't
The
even.
Fertile Crescent.
I told you to get harder as you go, right? That's the goal of it.
But when it says straws, I'm like the things you drink your drinks out of. But
Straws.
that's not what
Yeah.
it means.
That's what I mean. It's straws.
Yeah, it's a straw.
Yeah, astrology.
Not the straw that broke the camel's back. Oh, we got some people thinking. It's a true false, and I got people left to answer still.
First in ancient times.
This is a tough one. We're getting ready to jump into 300 questions, so it's
Yeah, flip a coin. All right, answers are in.
I feel like it was a trick question.
True.
That's why I'm screwed.
me too.
True. So
I did the exact same thing because I don't know, but I feel like
it's conceived that the first straws were created back then because when they had what they considered beer, the bottom of it would have a lot of the runoff stuff that you didn't want to drink, and the straw would allow you to avoid getting some of that into your system and stuff.
Yeah, they didn't strain it out. It was like gruel.
I came up with they're way different than that, but
Yeah.
That was a trick question.
It's just a question about history.
Hey, Rod, I love that we're so different, and you look at it one way, and I look at it one
dang
way.
it, Val, will we miss one? God sakes, miss
I don't think I've missed any yet.
No, Mal's got a perfect sheet going so far. Mal's bringing the heat. But the numbers get bigger, so you never know. It only takes one to get back in there. Emerson pulled it out last week.
Yeah, he's
Or last time, rather. All right, back to that mysterious category 4. Oh, let's see what we got here. Although Jimmy Carter, peanut farmer, signed a law in 1978 allowing home brewing.
Wait, he was the president too, right?
Yeah,
Okay, but you said he was a peanut farmer.
he was a peanut farmer before he was president. Yeah.
Fun fact.
Okay. Jimmy Carter signed a law in 1978 allowing home brewing. There were 2 states where it was not fully legalized, according to the Brewers Association, until 2013. One was Mississippi, and the other was Arkansas or Alabama.
Yeah, I honestly don't know this one.
Oh, y'all got a shot. I'm not saying a great shot, but like they say in Dumb and Dumber, so you're saying there's a chance.
There's a chance.
Question.
Mine is 100% a guess. So
Me too, Mal. Don't feel bad. Kind of feel like I'm back in school again. I'm like, well, there hasn't been one of these in a while, so it's got to be just like A this time or B this time because
All right, we got the answers in. Let's take a look. Roll Tide. Alabama was the other one in 2013.
I figured the South. That's the only reason why I went with that one. I was like, it's got to stay in the South.
well, they're both in the
Alabama.
South.
Good answer, right?
Good answer, Mal. Oh,
Because
look
I
at
was
that.
like,
Does it shift?
Arkansas-
I don't think it shifted at all. Nobody moved anywhere.
Nobody cared about Arkansas at that point. The state to the west and Alabama was newer than Arkansas. Nobody gave a shit about Arkansas. It don't matter. That's just how I got it.
All right, brewing the beer.
Okay.
This part of the brewer process is done to create wort for fermentation by breaking down proteins and converting starch into fermentable sugars. Is this the mashing or is it attenuation?
The heck was wort?
It's wort, pronounced wort.
Don't be a grammar police, right?
The proper beer lingo, that's all.
Yeah, I'm second guessing on this one too, so everyone has a chance again.
I'm just gonna go with this because I never heard that word before. And last time I was like, I know that word.
So she knows attenuation, but not mashing.
Yeah, I did.
Right? Yeah, there you go.
I know, right? Really? You're like, huh?
All right, we got the answers in. Let's take a look, folks. I feel like this could be one that might move the needle a little bit for some people. So,
I think so.
I'm a little anxious
So
to see
scared.
what
I'm
we
so
do.
scared.
Let's hit that button. It is
Oh.
mashing.
Whew.
Attenuation will basically tell you how much can be fermented from the alpha or the beta acids. So
I'm so glad I just drink it and don't have to make it.
You do.
let's go to that.
Whole new
Let's-
vocabulary if I did.
Let's go to the big board. No movement, no movement. Oh, wait a minute. No.
Ooh.
Nobody moved. Nobody shifted. So I think everybody was there. Okay. All right. All right. Let's see it. Pressure's mounting on Mal to hold that lead. Let's see what happens.
She hasn't
See what
missed
happens.
yet, and I've only missed the one.
Let's go to the beer industry. How long should kegs be in the cooler prior to service to avoid foaming?
Ooh.
48 hours, 24 hours. I feel like this might be a little tricky for people.
Kind of
Uh-huh.
trick. It is kind of tricky.
I've never
This-
made a full keg of beer, so it's hard to
This-
say.
This one might move the needle a little bit. This might see it shifting.
Already picked one. You can't see. I think I picked the same thing.
I'm trying to who HS is. Are you out there? Are you Googling?
Right?
Is that squirrel?
That computer just checking to
I'm
see.
not that fast of a Google.
No, not you. Somebody.
There we go. All right. Let's see if this one shakes it up a little bit. 24 hours is
Oh,
the
I thought it
proper
was going to be
answer.
longer.
It's highly recommended for anybody looking to get their Cicerone. As part of the test, they tell you 24 hours is the minimum time needed to help avoid foaming.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It can be, 3 weeks and it'll still foam on me.
Right, yeah, it all depends.
Oh, we got some shifting in there. Ooh.
Yeah.
Hey, look, squirrel popped up there
Squirrel
behind.
comes up,
Leonard.
yes.
Jump
I
up.
just heard a lot of yelling from downstairs.
Oh, a little bit of a shift there. All right. So,
I was up at 400 now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Siri said I need to go to bed, so I'm out.
15.
No, I'm not out.
all right.
True story. I don't like it when people tell
You
me
better
what
go
to
to
do.
bed, though.
Jumping in beer styles. The IPA's main feature is focused. This IPA's main feature is focused more on its bitterness rather than the maltiness and sweetness of the beer. This is the West Coast IPA or the East Coast IPA?
Oh.
She might know this one.
It's either
She
Biggie
just yelled, I
Smalls,
don't like
Big Box.
IPAs.
It depends.
No, but
Depends.
it's like, I'm like, what's the triple IPA? Like, there's so many IPAs. But I think I picked the wrong one. I didn't pick the one I wanted to pick. But
Well, the double or triple just tells you how high the ABV is, really.
Right.
And those tend to be more malty also anyway, but
I mean, I don't know. I'm not that invested. I mean, I'd like to win, but I'm like, it's more important to other people playing the game than me.
Are you part of the Y generation then too now?
Yep.
right.
Generation Y, right here.
I've
Yes.
never even heard of Generation Y.
I know. Nobody heard of us because we didn't care enough to tell people we existed.
They're Jam Brady generation.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's Generation Y between millennials and
X.
Nets.
Well,
Yeah.
no one really talks about us because
No one
we
talks
didn't
about
care.
Z as much. Well, I guess Z
Yeah,
is.
Z existed too, because I know a couple Gen Zs that are.
No, Gen Zs are going to change the world. Kylie's Gen Z.
Let's see here. All right. So let's see what the answer is to this one. West Coast IPA. More
Damn,
focused on the bitterness on that side.
because
And
it started on the East Coast and then moved to
it started on the West Coast.
the West mixed up.
Starting on the West Coast was more.
It was the Biggie Smalls.
Yeah, but East Coast is more sweetness. That's why you have the New England IPA and the hazy IPAs coming from the East Coast and stuff. There's more of a
Oh
feature
my
for that.
God, I didn't know I need to know this much about beer. I'm like, just give it to me. If I like it, I like it. If
Hey,
I don't.
Just get in my belly.
It's a learning show.
Oh,
It's a learning show. So it's what we do.
That's
Leaderboard. Ooh, get a little shift. Big Daddy went up there. I saw Aubrey make a little bit of a move there too. So Mal's still the one to catch there, though. She's still holding it down.
I'm in the last place.
Well, technically JT is, but he didn't
The
get a chance to
story
get
of my
into it.
life.
All right, let's go into beer styles again.
Go.
This is when the big ones really start hitting.
Whew.
This sour beer style is often highlighted by tart and fruity feel, low bitterness, and a salt character. Would this be a lambic or would this be a goza?
Fucking knew this answer even before they came up. The answer popped into my head.
Todd, you know Shannon's got to be on every trivia show we do, right? Like,
Man, I know, right?
I just heard Chu yell, "If I get this one wrong, I quit."
I've had both of those styles of beer, and I know which one is saltier. And if it
You're locked in now, doesn't matter. We're gonna
Yeah,
do this
and
every
if
week, and you
it's
have to show
wrong,
up
I'm
every
like,
single week. Just
this
because.
show they don't even know what the hell they're talking about. I've never been more confident.
never been. Here we go. You ready?
Identifier of this type of beer.
It is the goza.
No, I know. I need to pick that one.
The salinity
glad I
is
got
the
that
that they give. That was actually in the 400 level, but I could
I
have had it up
know.
earlier. So that was kind of a little bit. That was one that was late. I was trying to fill the category. So
Yeah,
okay,
okay.
kind of unlucky
Because
with throwing it
Goza
right there.
isn't really a beer that people know about.
Oh, people know about it.
Okay, Rod.
He doesn't know about it, therefore nobody else knows.
I know about Goza. Goza, the
I know
defining
you
character.
I mean, that was created out of Bavaria too.
You're 100%.
Goza is the salty beer.
Yes.
Right, you got the salinity on it. That's what the salt character is a dead giveaway, but there's no way getting around. That's
But
just
how many
You're
places
right,
do you
right.
go and they're like, there's the Goza? Not very many places.
No, I mean, that's true. There's
They
not,
have all the other types of
as
beer.
far as brewery, that is true. That is
Yeah.
true on that part, for sure.
leaderboard. Oh, we had a shift. Big Daddy slid up a little bit there. All right. Oh, okay. We got some movement. Shannon's
really
not on last
glad.
anymore. Shannon jumped over Aubrey, so he got a little bit of play.
Oh, there you go. See,
Oh,
you're
but-
not last now.
No, but I don't want her to be in last.
Let's go to
Because
beer
I'm
industry.
in last.
When prepared to serve a glass of beer, is it better to rinse the glass with hot water or cold water?
Oh, I totally feel like I just screwed this one up. Now I thought about it.
Be aware, and it's also April 22nd, Beer Glass Day. So know these things before DGM comes looking for you. I should have feel like I should have had like Billy Joel pressure or something. All right, here we go. Cold water is the answer that you want to use there.
Because you need the beer to warm up by itself. It doesn't need the cold water to warm
That's
up.
why I was thinking.
Well, the cold water prepares the glass too to help with the foaminess of it and everything as well too. So yeah, Mal probably didn't.
But
She's
But I was thinking
in the
of that.
brewery serving the beer, right?
Yeah, I'm serving beer at at two breweries, so yeah.
Okay.
So Mal doesn't move. The winner doesn't move, but we had some other people move. Okay, we had a little bit there.
Damn it, Mel. Well, you missed one if already.
Life, and you live your life.
You're gonna jinx me now, Todd.
It
Stop
might
it.
come. It might come
No,
down to that.
never,
No,
never.
don't let
It might come down to that mystery category 4. We don't know.
I'll be
It
Scorpio
might.
in there, Mel. No pressure.
Ruin the beer. When making a ale style beer, which yeast will be used? Top fermenting yeast or bottom fermenting yeast?
I'm gonna let my hand tell me to pick this one. Have no idea, but my hand told me which one to pick.
All right, we got the answers in.
I knew it was the
There you
top.
go.
That's what I
Top
was
fermenting yeast. Top fermenting yeast.
thinking.
Lagers use bottom fermenting yeast.
Because heat
Which was
rises.
I was like, which is which?
So let's hit the leaderboard. Oh, no shift.
And Mal's gonna win now because can't catch it.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much a foregone thing at this point, but we got to ask the questions anyway.
Oh yeah, you might as well.
Category 4. This is
No,
for,
there was a little bit of shift. Squirrel caught me a little bit.
this is for the pride right here. This is the oldest brewery in North America. Molson or Yingling?
Chu just yelled, "Oh, I know it!"
I just heard you.
I feel like I picked the wrong one on this
I
one
feel
too
like
because
it's because they went out of business. Maybe Yinling bought Molson.
All right, final answers are in.
I knew it.
Molson is the oldest one up in Canada.
Oh,
Let's check the board.
I definitely got that one wrong.
You missed that. Mallory missed
I
one.
did.
It didn't matter.
Second place.
Mallory pulls it out for the win. Big win for Mallory. Congrats.
Todd, you were right. I finally missed one. There we go.
I said it.
I'm sorry, Mal. I'm sorry. You should have got a perfect score.
I said it might come down to that mystery category 4.
I guess that one wrong, too.
Mal, you let him get in your head, and you should not do that.
No, I actually thought Yingling was older than Molson. I was actually completely wrong on that one.
No, I
so
thought
that was
the same
me.
thing. I thought I'd pick Union also.
Well, see, that's the trick. If I'd have said it in United States of America,
Yeah. Yep.
but in North
Yeah.
America, people forget about our friends up north, Canada.
But see,
Molson.
that's what got me was the North American thing. I didn't think about that. I was just thinking Union was the oldest brewery.
Rod, can we play another round or?
Tonight? No, that took me like a couple hours to come up with stuff last night.
Oh, you
Yeah,
you have to come up. with
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So congrats to Mal with the big win there. And
Good job.
I may or may
Mal.
not
Nice job.
like beer a little bit.
that was a good time. And Mal,
You save face. We're coming to your brewery now.
Mal was able to pull off,
Even though he was
whole,
anyway, regardless. So you know.
Yeah, she was able to pull off the whole. You can't see her with the John Cena.
She did John
So-
Cena, yeah, for sure.
So, we
That
got
was fun though. I liked that. That was fun.
Yeah, those were tricky questions. Honestly, that whole row of the 300s, those all gave me pause. All of them were tricky for me.
That's the thing. I try to get it as you go farther.
You went all the way to
you
the
get,
very last
farther.
question before you missed one.
I know, right?
That was pretty
Yeah.
good. That was really good.
I
There you
really like beer.
I was trying to give Mal to John Cena, but there you go.
name is John Cena.
There you go.
In the WWE Superstar.
So tonight, y'all cannot see Mal because Mal put the curtain on y'all. So Mal,
But did you watch?
send me. Wait a minute, Mal, send me your address so I can
Oh,
get you a prize for winning tonight.
okay. I'll Instagram message you.
But you know, John Cena was dating Nikki Bella.
I don't even know who that is.
One of the Bella twins. She was a wrestler.
Sean knows that because they had their own show.
Reality show. And he was like, I'm never getting married. I'm never having kids. And then she went on Dancing with the Stars and danced with Artem. And then, I mean, I'm sure you're not interested
Blah,
in this
blah,
story.
blah, blah.
Yeah.
I gotta go back to some of these comments. Are funny.
I know the comments were great.
Well, we had Dee Dee jump on here as well.
Oh, hi.
And I just scrolled through one. He said he was the president too. LOL.
Who was the president?
Double
We're
D.
talking about Jimmy
The
Carter
peanut
because you
farmer.
don't like the peanut farmer. He was laughing.
You know what okay. When you hear Jimmy Carter, what do you think of? You know what I think of? Habitat for Humanity.
I think a president.
I think a president though too. Yeah. I mean, Habitat for Humanity was after he was president.
Yes.
So.
But that shows that it was good that he was the president because
I was thinking about eating
He
corn
carried a
or
big-
something. I don't know. Wasn't that Jimmy Carter?
You think about what with Jimmy?
Jimmy Carter ate corn, but I don't care.
JT says that he got glitched out of the quiz, but he would have come in second. He wants to let everyone know.
You can
we'll give honorable mention to JT there. Yeah. So next time we'll set a time limit because I guess it times out if you don't do it at a certain point. Apparently that may have happened. So
no, it's Jimmy. It's not Jimmy Carter eat corn. It's Jimmy
No,
eat corn, and I don't.
no, it's
Oh,
Jimmy
I know.
Jimmy crack
But we
corn and I
know
don't
his
care.
last name. We
Well,
do
we're just
not
gonna
know
assume it's
Jimmy.
we're just gonna assume it's Carter because it sounds, you know,
I mean,
it
you-
fit the script.
if you're okay with that, and that's what you need to believe, I'm okay. If that's what if you're okay with that, then
Let me see here. I'm trying to
Oh,
see.
you're the only one that's not okay with it.
no.
Somehow I'm back to the wonton tacos that Aubrey talked about. Now I'm hungry again too. since
Yeah, I
we
know,
mentioned the
right?
wonton tacos.
Now I want some wonton.
We always talk about food on this show, and it like always
I've
makes you
never
hungry
heard
later on.
of wonton tacos.
Me either, but it sounds
That's
amazing.
like a Mexican Asian fusion.
Yeah, let me see here.
Does
Oh,
it-
Aubrey said his game was actually freezing up now.
Oh,
It might have been the government.
The government? Yeah.
Here.
Probably interfering with
JT said, love this style. That's when we were talking about the whip beer and the vice beer. It's a slight difference between them, but yeah, that was the difference. This sort of program is headquartered in my neighborhood, a block from Dovetail, where they often have exams.
well, that's cool.
Yeah. So if I said, yeah, that's the thing, because if I ever do like the system, I thought about going ahead and just knocking out the beer server real quick. And
I've considered it as well,
Oh, I'm
so
good.
just haven't done it yet. So we'll
So,
see.
I think the second one, they have a proctor for, but then the third one, maybe it's where you have to go to one of the headquarters or something, one of the places.
Well, the third one is like 2 parts, so you have to do it over a couple days because they have the practical exam as well as the written exam. So
Yeah. It's like an essay. I'm gonna need more paper.
Don't
I'll
worry
tell you
about
that
it. I know,
right
right?
now. Yeah. And 56 no one knew what this ingredient was. Summer was in present day Iraq.
Sumer.
Sumer, yeah, Samaria. I thought it was Samaria. I thought it was a country. Was it
I
Sumer?
think the country's
And they
called
were at-
Sumer,
It
and they
is
were
Sumer?
the
Okay.
Sumerians.
And they were
Yeah.
the Sumerians.
hmm
I feel like I'm talking Star Trek now for some reason. I don't know why. I feel like it's Star Trek, but it just did. Whatever. Civilization was invented only after beer was. Actually, a lot of people credit beer with actually the push of civilization being created.
Well,
So,
yeah. I mean,
yeah.
why chase the animals when you got beer right there? It's like,
Yeah.
psh, no, I'm good.
Exactly.
Yeah, there were some other facts I had on some stuff. I said, well, I'll save those for some other one. It was just trying to get off. The toughest thing about putting that together were finding out some of the beer style type things to separate stuff out, and then some of the brewing type stuff to separate some of the stuff out.
I can't believe you came up with all those questions, Ron. I thought
It was only 16 questions, but it's just, I had to come up with questions that don't give away the answer as much. The Goza was probably the worst one. It was good questions, but it was just, once you put in the saltiness, if people drink sours, they know that style.
But,
You're right,
like,
you're right,
but
yeah.
I appreciate you put that in there because
Yeah. I throw some points out here and
But-
there. you
But
know.
only people who drink sours are going to know. If you don't ever try the sours,
Right.
you might not be aware.
That could have just been a 100-point question.
That could have been, and it was like one I already had the other ones there, and I was like, well, so I just put it here. I'll give away a little bonus. I mean,
No,
we didn't like when
that's
we were in
bonus.
school, our teachers gave us bonus questions on
That's a
some
bonus.
stuff, and you're like, "Are you
yeah,
serious? I know
let's-
this."
It's like,
Yeah.
let's throw these idiots a bone.
Give them a
Yeah.
bone.
Give them a bone, make them feel good
I'm
about
glad
it.
you threw that bone to me because I'm like,
That was for the millennial players, right? Trying to get a little participation out there. So
Just so you guys know, my father just texted me Boxcar Killy again with a haha. Just so y'all know. This just happened.
420.
Woo!
I hear a trainer coming. Boxcar Killy into it. Yeah. So let me see here. But if you go back to this, it was the creation of beer. Mesopotamia is where a lot of people targeted that time. So yeah, pre-Mozart and Vagisil. Whoa.
Thank you, Aubrey.
Oh yeah, DD came at the right time there. So Wizard State has craft beer.
Oh, for the state that didn't. Yeah.
Had to leave for a while. Lucifer had to go for a walk. There you
That's
go.
his puppy, Lucifer.
I like that. I like to play with that. I see what he's
Yeah.
doing. I can smell with RS is cooking.
Yeah, she's a all white little puffball, and she looks like the sweetest little thing, but she's Satan. She's Satan in puppy form. It's ridiculous. So yeah.
She's talking about Arkansas and Alabama, both leaving 49 and 50 in the various categories.
but she's not Satan all the time, right? I mean, like every once in a while.
Yeah.
Oh no, she lives to destroy.
There are people
She
who
does.
pump the kegs so foam all the first hour of the frat party. Yeah. And they're like, that's when you run like some of the beer festivals because it's out sometimes before they can finally tap them. They're like, it's foaming all over because it's not cold enough. That's why you're ever foaming at some of the beer
True.
fests that take place. Many in the back in the day, my old truck back in the day. I just spent the last 3 days drinking West Coast IPAs, and I did not know the answer. Yeah, it's a thing, but like when you get like a good old like those Sierra Nevada stuff out there, right? You know it's like that good classic bitterness, hop feel. That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all the West Coast type stuff. And then when you get like more of the fruity, juicy, hazy type stuff, I mean, that's more of the East Coast type stuff you're dealing with. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Squirrel says, keep trying to answer on the damn stream of Paul's. Oh, technology. DT is killing the quiz. Yeah, me too. Yeah, Didi, you didn't get in time to get you in there, homie. Hand pink waving.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know. I don't know. This one, girl says. I saw a funny meme the other day. I was selling a racing goose. If anyone wants to take a quick gander.
Oh.
Yeah. I had to read through it. Yeah.
James, come
you say
on.
you're better than that, right? You're better
That's
than that.
almost as bad as Boxcar Killy.
Yeah. And for Squirrel, if you're still here, let me know. We still got to do like the collab on a reaction. I'm going to actually this weekend, I'm putting all together reaction videos for the reaction channel. All new stuff for next week. I thought the answer was both nasty.
Oh, for the sours.
For the sour. Not sours aren't nasty. No, sours are good. Keep in mind that yeast is bisexual, right? It depends on the warmth and the coldness of the room, I guess.
Therefore, all beer should be shot.
Yeah. Well, you think about beer, I mean, really, the yeast is crapping out the stuff that we enjoy as beer when you think about it. But yeah, that was obviously a badass when it comes to brews. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you, Aubrey.
We're still seeking that first perfect winner, though. First perfect
got
winner.
close.
I
I
got
got close.
Right. Yeah, you were knocking on the door.
So congrats, Mal.
Thanks, Emerson.
Congrats, Mal.
Thanks, you.
But what's the oldest brewery in Mexico? Still no? Yes. I don't know. I didn't look for that one. Maybe I'll do some country. I'll do regionals. Maybe the next one.
Oh,
like
goodness.
regionality. Yeah, that might be
There
a
you
good
go.
one to do. Yeah.
Ooh. Well, that's a way to not get a clean, everyone get all the board across. So.
Yeah. Well, when I finally favored, I gave it to John Cena music. So there you go. So yeah. Although I could have gave you the Sidney Crosby music as well. Because that game that song like now associates with hockey, I think, because they just call it the Sidney Crosby theme. So yeah. But then when I hear it and go into hockey games, I kind of think of it more the hockey game. It's kind of like like there's certain songs like the one that 2 Unlimited did or whatever. It was like more at basketball games, and then Yeah, it's just funny how that works. Or the I think of that more at basketball games too, the Gary Glitter type thing.
It's kind of association. Yeah.
Yeah.
Association.
I went perfect with my other entry, Chew Dog. So I got quiz out of quiz. I want to come in second again. Yeah, that's what Mal hit. Yes, need time limit sipping in that. Oh, Destin her goes and nothing sour. Distill. Yeah, I was missing the L there. Yeah.
That's
Actually,
living to normal, that area.
nice. I had one of their Distill IPAs that I did a review on a few months back. It was really good.
They have an excellent pickle beer.
Oh, pickle beers are becoming more popular. So
Oh yeah.
I want to see. I want to see they become more popular
really
this
good.
year. Yeah.
No moss. No moss.
Well, have you done the Urban Artifact one yet, Todd? Where since you get Urban
I
Artifact
like
stuff,
so I'm not drinking anything pickle.
Pickles.
I did one time from I forget the name of the brewery. They were down here. Well, they're out in Indy, but they were down here also.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. I was like, no. It was Goza, and I was like, no.
Goza, it is very and I love.
But I like the flavoring of the pickle. I don't like the pickle flavor.
Yeah, it could be, definitely acquired for sure. You said Todd keeps saying, anyway, the wind blows, don't fight with Shannon.
Very true. Very true.
Distill, yeah. Question for Generation Y. Name a horror film, pair it with the beer of your time. Gen X must know the differences. That's interesting. See, Emerson always comes up with these questions that he puts out to us. So
it was Flat 12 was what I was thinking of. The brewery was Flat 12, which is no longer in existence now. But
they suck anyway.
They weren't very. Yeah, they weren't great. They're okay.
They had a prime spot, but they suck.
Well, they're out.
Halloween with Warlock Pumpkin.
Halloween with Southern Tier Warlock Pumpkin.
Film, pair it with a beer of your time.
I don't know what the difference I'm supposed to know though.
I'm not sure either.
A horror film.
I mean, one had knives and the other one has pumpkin. One has Mike Myers.
Oh, then you could have done. You could have done
Halloween with a pumpkin beer.
You could have done Warlock with the Headless Horseman because you were
yeah,
that would have been good with the Warlock too.
Actually, you're right. Good pumpkin beer with that.
What was the one? What was that one Johnny Depp did the movie?
Sleepy Hollow.
That was pretty good. He's a pretty good actor though. I mean,
strange guy, but good actor.
Strange bed partner too. I mean, what is that on my pillow? What is that on my pillow right now? That's not Hershey Kisses.
I think my pillow has a beer on it.
Hey Trez, what is up? Cheers, my friend.
Hi,
Happy Thursday to you. And also happy 420 to all the 420 folks out there as well. Enjoy.
Cincinnati. He's in Cincinnati, so
let's not keep them going. I'm a little concerned about some of them.
Raj just noticed a picture of Rucker in the background. One of my favorites. I have his vinyl collects. Picture of Rucker in my background.
Rucker?
Rucker Park or Darius?
No, not Darius Rucker. No,
Darius Rucker
or Rucker Park, which is.
I'm not sure where Aubrey's looking at there. The Rucker in the background. Maybe Rucker was looking through Todd's window.
If they had curtains, he couldn't.
Don't you start too?
Are you kidding? I've been keeping this joke alive since I heard it the first time.
Both.
Drinking a pickle beer while playing pickleball. Definitely my bucket list.
I want to do that too. JT, you and your wife and me and Chu go play pickleball and drink pickle beer. Let's do this. We need to set this up.
What are we doing? Lights
that sounds
now?
Phenomenal. Huh?
Shannon got the lights.
Oh, she got her lights going. That's great. It helps with the not having curtains thing.
Does it though?
We can't really see.
I mean, they're blinding me.
I mean, if we're doing lights, I could throw the lights up too. You know what I mean? I I can make it party time all up in here as well if I need
Do it
to.
right. Do it
I
right.
can turn a light on and off.
I got
Party
lights.
all the time. Party all the time.
Eddie
Yeah.
Murphy.
Party. Yeah.
Eddie Murphy sang that song.
Yes, he did.
All I want. No, that's probably not how it goes.
What the heck was that?
I don't know.
It was her own version.
Should we have a warning
Your
for
batteries
folks
are
with
getting dry.
epilepsy or anything? Or
Probably, except I can't turn the damn thing off now. He gave himself epilepsy. What the hell? That ain't supposed to happen. Oh, I know what I need to do. There we go. Bam, 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 bam. All right. Drop it like it's hot. There you go. I'm only Gen
Oh
X,
my
but every
God.
horror film was a comedy to me.
You
Someone-
need to know about. Oh, what was her name? The woman that sang.
Oh, I don't know. I can't remember what that
No,
one.
I told Donnie about it. Her
I
name.
told Tony too, and he was like, I was like,
Lucille
"Your daughter."
Bogan. Lucille Bogan. She was like 11, late 1800s.
The funny thing is when Shannon says Donnie, the way she says it, it makes me think of Donnie Baker. The way
I
she
wish.
says it.
Donnie
I thought of Donnie Darko.
Son Darko. Donnie, have you ever heard Donnie Baker, Mal? Like on the Bob and Tom show? Yeah.
Oh, I love Bob and Tom, but I don't know who
Yeah, Donnie
Donnie
Baker
Baker is.
Yes, they would do. And he's like, I swear
He's
to
pretty
God, I will.
hilarious.
Yeah, and like he has a southern drawl. Like every time Shannon
Okay.
says Donnie.
Okay, yeah, I know who he is now. I didn't have the name with it, but yeah, I got it.
But
Although-
He's always talking about the women, you know, he's like so and so back in high school, whatever.
Yeah.
Honestly, I listened to Bob and Tom for the Toast song. Yeah, Toast! That one? That was my favorite. The Yeah, Toast song.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
Donnie.
Lucille
Donnie
Bogan.
Was freaking starting to.
Lucille Bogan was like from the 1800s. And she was a black lady and from the 1800s. And she sang the dirtiest songs. She was like, my men's. I gave them the clap. And like
It was like the 1930s,
she
40s.
was
It
saying PUSSY and like
it makes
Okay, that sounds familiar to me now. I was a huge fan of Billie Holiday and a couple of the others, but
oh no.
I've heard of this person, though I haven't listened extensively.
Oh wait.
She would make Two Live Crew blush.
Yes.
She was. It was good, but it was like, oh
Because
my
Kate
God.
was like, she was born in the. I'm like, there's no way.
Yeah, how'd she
I'm
know
like,
about her? I was
How
like,
did they? Record
Whereas if she
it?
released it now, it would be a #1 hit. So
very true. Very
y'all continue. I'm gonna grab a beer real quick, but I gotta say, Shannon's lights are definitely giving me Kentucky Bar flashbacks. I'm just saying. It reminds me of some
Yeah,
of the Kentucky
I'm-
bars I've been in
No,
before.
so
I had to
the
move
other
that one
night-
because they kept flashing my
I've-
eyes. Like I'm
No,
gonna
so
go
we
blind.
had
Just
people over the other night and we were singing in the microphone, and I'm like, we need some like strobe lights in here.
yeah, you said it earlier.
And then I'm like, I'm gonna order them strobe lights, and now I got the strobe lights. I'm like, next time y'all come over and we have this night, we're gonna have strobe lights.
it's even better the second time. I'm loving it.
Yeah, it's amazing. I love it.
It reminds me of early 2000s for me, but yeah.
All you need is the
And there's three of them going
disco
off.
music
I
or
got like
something.
3 strobe lights for like $18.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, we got this going now.
Yeah, it's so pretty. And
You're
it's
gonna
got a
freak out the
remote.
neighbors. They're gonna think police are in the area or something.
I know, right?
If you had the curtains closed, it wouldn't be as bad, but you know.
Yeah, we
Well,
do have
there's
the
no
curtains
neighbors
are
back
the
there.
curtains are closed, but there's none behind us, so
No,
You
but
know
I
I'm
would
just
do that.
messing, right?
I know.
So my mom was a big practical joker, and so like, honest, I got it honest. So I'm like, if I'm in the back seat, I'm like, I'll play on my phone like the rare, rare, and then I'll get the light on my phone that goes blue and red, and they're like, oh my god, I'm getting pulled over.
I can't read it. Your face is still in there. Hide your face.
There you go. Positive mental attitude.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Key Brewing Company. It's a Pilsner lager. I'm on a lager kick tonight, so this is another lager.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm sticking with the Mexican lager myself. So Pilsner and 2 Mexican lagers.
walk into a bar.
Yeah, that's the start of a joke. For sure.
But speaking of funny, so earlier today I had to go to CVS. You're talking about buying stuff. I had to go to CVS to pick up some medicine, and then I had CVS will send you if you go to CVS they send you coupons so you can use it whatever like that and everything. So I got thinking like it's $4 on your card if you want to use it to buy something and 25 cents here, 50 cents there, whatever. So I got there. I said, they got some the Reese's chocolate covered pretzels actually.
Oh,
Yummy.
Those are so good.
You can't pass that.
He has a snack drawer. Did you guys see that? There's
Like,
a
by the
snack
way-
drawer there.
What happened?
It's his gaming snack drawer.
I'm intrigued by your snack drawer.
So I got the Reese's.
Those are
dip
so good.
pretzels,
I've never had
and
it.
I mean, is there anything better than Reese's?
these ones, right? So, but I'm like, it was
They
like
don't-
buy one get the second for 50% off.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah, so I got that. And I got a 32-ounce Gatorade, and then something else I got there. And then, so I went to the
Gatorade was for after this filming.
Well, no, that would have been a good idea. Actually, I walked down, so I figured I'd drink something on the way back. So it's like I go to pay the thing, and one of the ladies like, "Oh, are you buying some stuff there? Let me give you this." And she gave me like a $4 off coupon or whatever that she had.
Nice.
So she just got it, and I was like, okay, that's cool. And I had it, but I ended up having to charge like 5 cents. I had no money on me. So it was literally it was like a 5 cents to get this plus the Gatorade and then whatever else. I think I got something else I got there. But anyway, it was like, seriously, it's a nickel. And the nickel was because they charge you 5 cents for paper bags in Baltimore.
Oh,
So it was the bag charge.
So what I'm hearing is the Rod J deals don't only just go to beer, but it goes to candy also. And
Can I just ask
Rod J.
one
Deal
question?
certified.
Can I just ask one question? You have 2 bags of pretzels and 1 Gatorade, and you need a bag?
I was walking from downtown.
Well, I
I
know,
had
but
other stuff in my
it's
hand,
not
too,
hard
so-
to carry.
Other stuff from that.
Yeah,
I'm
but you
walking.
might pick something else up on the way home.
I'm not walking through the street carrying just swinging with Reese's and stuff. It's
Well, you should. People will respect you more.
No.
Should it be like some of the whole? Can I get some of those Reese's, man? Can I get some of those Reese's? Like I'd be like a Reese's drug dealer out there, just giving people pretzel stuff and everything, getting them hooked on Reese's.
Literally be the best kind of drug dealer ever.
And then
Right?
and then they'd be trying to get money just so they can get some more Reese's. I'm hooked on these Reese's pretzels, man. I'm hooked on them.
Man, I need some of those Reese's. I need some of those Reese's, man. I need them. I need them, man.
And
Please.
then I'm in Baltimore. I'm known as the
Ever had the
Reese's
Reese's
guy.
bags
I'll be known as the
for-
Reese's guy forever. Like, hey, here comes the Reese's guy again. I mean, that's a tough title to live up to.
You just wait until you walk down the street with Reese's Pieces. They're gonna freak.
I mean, next thing I'm getting emails from Seth Rogen, like, hey, I do the Reese's commercials. Why are you talking Reese's out here to people now? I'm the Reese's guy. They think you're
I
the
love
Reese's
it.
guy.
Okay, Malrod. Would you rather have M&M's or Reese's Pieces?
Reese's.
Well,
Not even close.
duh,
Not even
Reese's.
close.
Of
I mean,
course.
but
I mean,
I bet
Not
you
even close.
yeah.
M&M's.
I mean, that's like single A baseball versus major. I mean, that's not even
Yeah.
nowhere near ballpark. Lots of
Not even
ballparks in
close.
between them. Yeah.
I know he heard me because I'm loud. But Todd,
That's like, would you rather have a Snickers or a granola bar? It's like, no. Rod, you missed that one, but it's like, would you rather have a
Look,
Snickers bar or a granola bar?
A Snickers bar. Snickers bar.
Yeah,
What-
it's just kind of
how are these
one of them ran away with the race. It's
How are
like,
these comparisons even coming up? It's just like-
precisely. I was saying that's the same kind of comparison there. It's like,
Okay,
You can't put
so-
Snickers against a granola bar. I mean, come on. That's a
I
landslide.
know
Okay.
exactly.
Malrod, would you rather have plain M&M's or M&M's with the peanuts?
Peanuts.
M&M peanuts, yeah.
Yes, for sure.
No, absolutely not.
Yes.
It's more interesting. It has layers.
I'm not a big nut person, so maybe, you know.
But you
Well, I
like
gotta-
sticking to the favorites, whereas we branch out. So that makes
I got
sense.
a question from Mal. Aubrey was asking Miss Mal, if you don't mind, where or how did you get your brew experience from?
Oh goodness. So my husband and I started going to breweries about 10 years ago, and we got a little obsessed to the point that we've been to 300 or 400 breweries now. And we intend on opening a brewery in approximately 5 years. We're working on building the capital right now. So in the process, I left my office manager position with a company where I had a whole staff under me, the whole works. And I'm working, well, slinging beer at 2 different breweries right now, trying to learn front of house. He's shadowing a brewer at a different brewery to learn back of house. And eventually we're going to get to the point where we open our own brewery. But I was also a teacher for a long time, and I always loved learning. So I read all the books. I literally have all the books on beer that I can find. I've watched every documentary on beer that I can find. And in my obsession, well, I learn a lot. So that's where the brew experience I have is, because I actually personally have not ever brewed a beer myself. That has not happened. It will happen.
Yeah.
It has not happened yet. But it's in process. I'm working on that. So yeah, that's kind of where that all came from. I'm just an avid learner. I can't help myself.
Got bit by the bug big time.
It's good
yeah.
you have a 5-year goal, because I don't even have a tomorrow goal.
Oh my gosh, I have my goals are so thick in the front of my head that I can't see anything else half the time. Like I forget to clean the bathrooms and stuff because I'm like, no, I need to open a brewery. I can't clean a bathroom. Like, no, that's not how it works. I have to pull myself back sometimes because my goals are so strong. Rein it in. It's okay. We got time. So I'm pretty hardcore on it right now.
Blanton's bourbon, very nice.
Nice.
Todd just dropped X. Here we go. Need a time and bring your game out.
JT, if you know a place that will let us play pickleball, like they have a pickleball court and we can play, where they will allow us to bring in alcohol, I'm 100% on board. But I don't think there's any place around me that'll allow us to do
They
that.
just opened up a pickleball, and I think they do.
I don't have a pickleball court at home.
Yeah.
But you know the craziest thing to
But
me
if we can figure it out, yes.
the axe throwing thing. And
That
you
was
can
fun.
Drink while you do it. I'm like, my biggest fear is like I'll throw it and I will not, and then I will land the axe into my shin.
No, if you have an open, in your shin,
Yeah,
Just like
like-
if you have an open shoe, they make you wear a cross.
So, okay,
Yeah.
Shannon,
Yes.
you're saying this, but I want you to think about this sport of bowling that has always had alcohol, and honestly, that ball going into your shin will F you up.
It does hurt.
Yeah.
It will,
I mean,
but it's not gonna be
You can
bleeding.
break a shin bone with that ball. It's 12 pounds hitting you right in the bone. Well, that'll F you up. So I kind of compare it to that, like that level of dangerous. I mean, it's not as sharp, obviously, but the weight and the heft can really make a difference. So
I'm
yeah.
a very clumsy person, and if there's something I can do that will make me bleed, I will bleed.
Just be like Jesse Ventura. I ain't got time to bleed.
Yeah, I guess the bowling is not so much about the bleeding; it's about the smashing.
No, and that's like when we went to Jamaica, and
Extra one's fun though.
and we made friends with Conrad, and I stubbed my toe, and I'm like, "Ow!" And he was all like, "Oh my god!" Because my toe was all shredded, and I was bleeding everywhere, and I'm like,
Oh,
I'm fine."
Oh no!
And he was like, no. And he like went and then he put a band. He was so nice to me. He was so nice to me.
Gen Xer, walk it off. Walk it off, kid.
You're right. Rub some dirt on
That's
it.
right.
I walk,
That's right.
yeah, I walk everything off. I mean,
Yes.
On there.
I went to bed with dead skin hanging off of my hand.
Yeah. Well, when
Haven't we all?
when I broke my wrist, I went to dinner afterwards and just thought it was sprained. And then they were like, "Oh no, we actually have to get you to surgery like today."
What you get for trying to jump over a ditch?
Hey, I landed. I just didn't stick the landing. I fell back and tried to catch
He's like,
myself.
whoa.
I was down there. And somebody's like, "Do we need to call somebody?" I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm good.
Man down.
Left and had dinner afterwards and said, I'll sleep it off. I'll be fine. I'm sure it's just sprained.
Right.
Well, I break something, it's pointed the wrong direction. I'm like, why?
I mean, I fractured my pinky before. I didn't even realize it. I was like, you broke your finger, but it healed itself, right? I'm like, I had no idea. So
There you go.
Because you're not a PUSSY.
It's because I'm Gen X. We walk shit off.
I love that you spelled that.
Because nobody cares. We're Gen X.
We walk shit
Nobody
off.
cares.
We just walk it off.
Dirt
Put
on
some
it.
dirt on it. We all see Chris Rock. Put some tussin on it.
But see, I'm Gen Y, so we hurt ourselves and we just wallow in, sadness that we got hurt, but no one cares, so it's fine.
Right?
My thing is like, I'm like,
You're just there looking around like I'm hurt.
I'm hurt,
No,
but
no.
why should I do anything about it? It's no one cares. It's whatever.
Like, hey, while you're down there, hand me that magazine.
That's why we're forgotten. We have been forgotten. We've been skipped over.
yeah, 'cause
So
I'm like, am I gonna die? No, I'm not gonna die. So then continue on.
Yeah.
Continue.
It's like Hangover. But did you die?
No, but that's like Todd when I broke my, he was like, you, because it was my hand, my neck, and my other hand melted fingernails on this, and he's like, you could have died. I'm like, but I didn't.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
There's times in high school I probably should have died on some of the stuff that we did back in the
I
day.
got a hangnail the other day. But no one cares, so it's cool.
Throw some dirt on it. You're okay.
That's fine. No one cares.
No,
It
my,
happens. It
no,
happens.
my
You
dad,
see
he's
Gen
like,
X people get together and they have reunions sometimes, and it's like, hey, you remember when I got this scar back? And so, oh yeah, you remember when I got this scar? And it's just like we're battlefields, like on our bodies.
I know,
and
right?
stuff. Like, yeah.
yeah.
One time I got all these stitches across my knee. Oh, I remember that. Yeah, but what
Who's
about
got
the
the
time
worst?
I did
Yeah,
this?
who's got the worst wounds?
Yeah. It's like the freaking old men in Jaws sitting around. Richard Dreyfuss and the guy that's doing battle wounds.
You know, my frame of mind is like when I get hurt or I have toothache or whatever, I'm like, what did the cavemen do? They didn't have a dentist, they didn't have a doctor, and they
They suffered.
were like 30 years old, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they
But
called
I-
Captain Caveman and he figured it out.
And I have
Captain Caveman!
yes, and I have 93%
He solved it all.
more
Solved it all.
Neanderthal DNA.
Except he wasn't a barber.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
I mean,
Nice.
with the hair.
No,
No,
Yes.
he was not a barber.
not a barber.
I'm more Neanderthal than anybody here, unless you've been on 23andMe.
They could be. Doesn't mean that they're more than you.
Because
I don't
23
think Neanderthal in the category though, is it? Like, what's the
23
categories?
said I have 93 or 98%
I was thinking it was higher.
more Neanderthal DNA than all of their whole database.
So it means she just walks around going, I want that. Me hungry.
That's funny. That sounds like Chew too. Maybe we should check him out.
Yeah, maybe he's 99% probably.
Maybe you two are part of a secret wolf pack. Dee Dee's stuck on the thing. He's talking about the head that grew legs. I remember the scene with the head that grew legs on the thing. Vanessa's in the house. Cheers.
Wait,
Hey,
what
I'm
thing?
late.
Hi,
Vanessa.
Vanessa.
The movie The Thing with Kurt Russell back in the day. They were talking about horror movies earlier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
good movie. Good movie. I never watched the remake, but good movie. I never watched the third remake because the one in the 80s was a remake of the one from like the 60s or whatever. 90s questions, Raise the World of Rage. How many of you actually went to a rave and had a great time? If not, do this, you would. If not, do you think you would have experienced it? I think that's what he means. I never went to actually a rave. That was
I've
in the
never-
90s. I was actually getting out of like grad school, going to grad school at the time that I left to take a job. And I never really went to that. Now, when
Well,
I was in
graduated high
college,
school in 2002, so
yeah,
I'd be like, where's the next rave? Where's the next rave? Like my
I-
whole
I-
life,
would've been-
like ecstasy, the drug ecstasy is like, that is the one, because I already feel like, I kind of feel like, are you on ecstasy? Because I'm already so happy and I love everybody. Could you imagine me if I actually took ecstasy?
That would
Like,
be terrible.
no, I
No,
can't.
terrible.
but I'm just like,
like
that-
Ren and Stimpy again. Happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy.
Right.
joy.
the flashing lights and the music and the dancing, I just be like, this is where I want to be all the time. And then I would be so disappointed in real life. when
Well,
I
that's
came
your
home.
second time
Well, see-
mentioning Ren and Stimpy, and now I'm thinking of "Don't Whiz on the Electric Fence." That's stuck in my head now. Thank you.
Ren and Stimpy was some great years back in the 90s watching
What
that.
was
but,
it? It's log, it's big, it's heavy, it's wood. It's log, it's better than bad, it's good. Everyone wants a log. You're gonna love it, log, because that's the best toy ever is a log.
the
You know.
log, yeah.
I don't even know. I never watched Ren and Stimpy.
Oh my gosh, you never watched
That
Ren and
was back-
Stimpy?
But she's younger than us.
No,
and
I
she
know,
knows.
but yeah.
But I watched Ren and
I
Stimpy.
wasn't. I
You watched
wasn't
Ren and
allowed
Stimpy
to
in
watch
college.
it.
No, she was
My-
too young. We watched it in
No.
college.
No, you know my dad. He wouldn't let me watch it. I had to sneak out of bed to watch it. That was the only way I could see
I-
that
I
show.
was when I
That
played.
Beavis and Butthead. That was the only way I had to sneak out of bed while they were asleep.
No, when I played baseball in college for our freshman, we went away to Daytona, or no, not Daytona, but Panama City. So I was thinking I'm gonna get, and I almost got a Ren tattoo because my last, right? Like why
Yeah.
not?
Why not?
Wait, the right butt cheek or the left
It's
butt
like-
cheek? Because it has to be there, right?
Back or whatever. But I was like, I'm gonna do
It was right next to your Tasmanian Devil one, right?
Yeah.
He has
Yes.
no tattoos.
I knew it. I knew it.
I would have figured more for the tramp stamp with Todd, but that's just me.
God. Dude, that was our secret. Why are you throwing it out there? Everybody knows.
But the
Todd,
Emerson,
I can't tell you how much she was laughing downstairs right now.
but
I thought that was just our little,
I'm sorry. It's the-
the
It's the alcohol. It's the alcohol.
Oh, sure. Blame that.
Do like Jamie, blame it on the alcohol.
No,
right, yeah.
would.
Blame them. Yeah.
I know you would, but you're like, you will never find something important enough to bring it on your body.
Says you.
Well, he's going to get Chew tattooed on his bicep, I heard.
I mean,
But I
Chew.
would-
I mean, because come
No.
on.
I'll do Chew on one side and Roger on the other side.
Let's-
Just
There we
so
go.
meet
There
in
we
the-
go.
So we'll meet in the middle.
Let's do
So
it
I'm
tomorrow.
gonna make either one of them jealous just because.
Yeah.
Let's do it tomorrow. Let's do it tomorrow.
If I gotta
Shannon,
work
I mean, because Chew
He's
is,
got to work
Chew
tomorrow.
is worthy of tattoo level, right?
Right.
come
But the Emerson's question, because back in the 90s when I DJ'd, we did play house music. I would have went to a rave. They just weren't as really anywhere we were doing them back then. So
I
think
grew
a
up
rave
in the
would've
middle
been
of a
pretty cool.
cornfield. I
Raves,
wasn't even
yes.
close to it.
it took
Right.
over. It happened like really after we'd left. Now they moved to Cincinnati. People were doing raves then, like the college kids and stuff. But it was after that. I think like when
just
Blade
having a
when
race with all
I
the
think
lights.
when like Blade came out, Blade was a big thing
Well, I had to
because a lot of people saw the rave scene of Blade and it seemed to like kind of blow up after that. I think too. So
Mhm.
Donnie Darko was actually pretty. I like Donnie Darko. I like that movie.
I don't think I've ever.
They
I
touched
know
to it.
Johnny Depp played in it, but
No,
Didn't he?
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
really,
Yeah, it's good though. That freaking rabbit. That rabbit was the whole freaked out part. Yeah,
Yeah, that was messed up.
that was one of those movies too. Depending on what state of mind you're in. If you're in a different state of mind, it could alter how you kind of watch that. Like the first time I tried to watch, when I tried to watch The Wall Straight, when I watched it the first time, it was just like. But when
Right.
you're
Watch Wall
inebriated,
Street? Is that what you said?
no, The Wall Straight. Pink
Oh,
Floyd, The Wall.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Said nobody ever.
Yeah, yeah.
That's great.
you like to have it. I like the enhanced version.
So
Now-
can I share a fun story?
Yeah. I
Fun
don't know
story.
who's going. Yeah.
So when I was a kid, I would get insomnia sometimes, and I would sneak out of my room and watch TV while my parents were asleep. And I saw a movie, and it had guys with wheels on their front feet and their back feet, and they had a mask on top of their heads, so when they were looking down, it still had a face. And then there was a lady who would change her head and change personalities based on that. It had a guy with a jack-o'-lantern as a head, all this stuff, a talking chicken, it had a rock monster, all this stuff. I watched this and I had nightmares for weeks. And I told my father,
How
I
old
watched
was you?
this movie. I was about 8.
do you
Did
know
you-
the
did you
name of
remember?
the movie?
Hold on, I'm getting there. So I was about 8 at the time that I saw this movie, and I told my dad, this is what I saw. And I explained to him this movie that I saw and how messed up it was. And he thought I was making it all up. He's like, there's no way there's a movie like that. You're making it all up. When I was 15 years old, I figured out what this movie was. And I told him, we're going to sit down and watch this movie. I found it at the video store, at Family Video. I found it. And I brought it home and I said, we're watching this right now because you called me a liar and I wasn't.
Yes.
And I watched it. It was called Return to Oz. It was a Disney movie with Fairuza Balk as Dorothy going to the land of Oz.
I've heard of that. I've never
And
seen
it was
it, but I've heard
messed up. If you haven't seen this movie, oh my gosh, have some kind of thing that enhances how you live your life and watch that movie. It will mess you up. So I had 7 years of my life where my father thought I was making this up, and I was like, no, I swear it's a real thing. I finally found it. If any of you haven't seen Return to Oz, you must, because it is, you don't even have to be on anything. No beer, no anything. This is a trip right there. Like they used rope and attached a moose head to a couch and brought it to life, and it talked and walked and flew. Like, this is a messed up movie.
And
but it's supposed to be like the 4th book of the Wizard of Oz series, because the Wizard of Oz series is like 10 books or something. It's like the 4th one, but it's her returning after the wizard is gone and the Scarecrow's been in charge of Oz and Ozma's trapped in these mirrors, and it's this whole thing. Oh my gosh, this movie's insane. So if you get a chance, do watch it because it's a trip.
Is that it, Mel?
Yes, that's the one.
Okay.
Return to Oz with Fairuza Balk, who played the lead witch in The Craft.
Yeah.
Like, she's a little messed up anyway.
Oh, yeah.
She was also Waterboy's girlfriend.
Yes, Waterboy's girlfriend.
Yes,
that's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Very true, Rod.
But the fact that you said her told me, okay, this is gonna be a little quirky.
But the whole beginning of the movie is her getting put into a mental institution because she still believes Oz is real, and they're going to do electroshock therapy on her, and she escapes from the mental institution with her talking chicken. Are you kidding me? It's a messed up movie. Seriously
what was
messed
the
up.
rating on it? Like, this wasn't a movie for kids, though, right?
It was by Disney. It was for kids.
Disney sneaky.
IMDb is rated 6.7 out of 10.
What's the rating on it? PG?
6.7.
Which is
the rating is let's see, PG.
PG, yeah, it's PG.
It was messed up.
It's from 1985.
It gave me nightmares for years.
Well, there you go. 1985. We saw a lot of shit in 1985 that nowadays probably wouldn't even be PG.
Yeah, it was
or NC-17 or something like that.
Yeah.
No, but I watched this movie the other night, and it was called After Sun. And I'm like, I don't like to feel my feelings. I like to be like, I don't want to feel shit except for happiness. And so I'm like, I don't like to be sad. I don't like to cry. They're like, there's this movie called After Sun. I kept seeing it over and over. And it was about this.
Is that the one you was watching the other night?
Yes.
No.
It was about this man and his daughter.
So she bawled forever.
And it's very, very slow. But his daughter's like 12 at the time. And the whole movie is the adult daughter looking back on that vacation. And she doesn't know her dad is sick during that vacation. But she makes these comments about him, and he's like angry that she's noticing these things. And then he drops her off at the airport, and he knows that's the last time he's going to see her because he's going to die. Oh my God, I sobbed. I was just like, why did I do this to myself?
Yeah, it sounds like a Lifetime movie to me. I don't know.
Yeah, I try to avoid those just because I have enough drama in my day-to-day.
Well, I do too.
Adding extra drama, I can't deal.
Yeah.
No, and I do too. And I'm like, I avoid all that shit. But I'm like, it's been a good 5 to 10 years since I'm like, I know this is going to make me cry. But I'm like, well, maybe you should cry every once in a while. And so I watched it, and I was just like, what?
5 to 10 years?
Well, I mean, I've cried.
I got a business to open. I ain't got time to cry.
Ain't no crying. Ain't no crying in baseball. But that was Frank the Rabbit too, Aubrey. By the way, because the name sticks with you. Frank the Rabbit was Donnie Darko.
Okay.
He was killed by. What the hell, JT? Just gonna throw it out there. People may not have seen the movie. Hey, what's up, Vanessa? Most perfect green screen in existence. Talking about Shannon Todd.
It's not even.
Oh,
Because
I was about to say, no, that's my craft room.
That stuff too, so you know.
no worries, Vanessa. Yeah, you're never late. You're always on time with us. So.
Yeah, don't apologize.
It does look
Yeah.
like a green screen sometimes. But
Here we go. There's
Oh,
of
they're
the-
there.
There's part of it there.
there's our curtains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one's showing those curtains.
And that over there.
Woohoo!
You might be right, Aubrey. You saw the lights earlier, so you know.
Lowe's, baby. Lowe's.
Aubrey, I
Not
love it.
Oh, from Lowe's.
Where's the party? The
No,
party's
no,
happening.
no.
The party's happening right here.
Well, they turned off the strobe lights. Give them a second.
That's why that couple thought
It
that.
was blinding me a little bit. It was like just right in my eye.
That's why that couple wanted to go home with you that time, Shannon.
What?
That couple thought you guys were swingers. That's probably why they saw the party
At
happening.
Beer Fest.
Hey, don't
Yeah.
talk about me and Chew that way.
No, I'm just like,
Everybody, right? Oddly enough, everybody always thinks that because of, you know.
but I'm
It's always so
nice
friendly with
and
everybody.
friendly. I'm like, I don't want to have sex with you. I just want to get to know. I just want to, like, I meet so many people, and I'm like, I'm like, I don't want your number. I don't probably ever want to see you
Then,
again.
well, but then it could be like, is that an option?
One of my characteristics is I am naive.
It's very, very naive for sure.
Like, oh my God, really? Like, no, that's not what I meant.
JT said, question for the group. What's your favorite guilty pleasure movie? A film most people think is terrible, but you like anyway.
Oh,
Joe Dirt.
Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, a lot of people like Napoleon Dynamite, though.
But it's so stupid.
So
Yeah,
stupid that it's good.
Mine is 100% Labyrinth. I've seen it at least
Oh
70
my
times.
God.
I love the movie Labyrinth.
Labyrinth.
Oh, Chew's at the door.
No, okay.
Oh, Chew says Cocoon.
Xanadu.
Cocoon was a good
Oh,
movie. Now.
Xanadu. But yeah, Chew says Cocoon. I say Labyrinth 100%. Xanadu was a good one. Xanadu. Xanadu.
No, but you haven't ever, like,
I have
Oh.
watched.
I
I
haven't
watched.
If I could roller skate, I would have loved Xanadu. I couldn't roller skate.
Xanadu came like the same time like Zach came out, I think. Like,
Yeah.
no Xanadu.
The soundtrack, okay, but the movie, not so much.
And actually, Muppet Treasure Island is one of mine too.
Remember
I
watching?
love Muppet Treasure Island. It makes me happy on every level.
And then you went upstairs and went to sleep.
It has Tim Curry as Long John Silver. I mean, and Miss Piggy, and oh my God, no, the whole thing. Love it.
I really have something against the Muppets. Like, I do not like the Muppets.
I'm
I
not
don't
sure
like
we can
the
still be
Muppets
friends,
or
darling.
the
maybe they freaked you out as a kid or something. You got something hidden in the way that. they
Probably I do. The Muppets and
But how do you
the
feel about Fraggle Rock?
I fucking
Oh,
hate.
I love Fraggle Rock. It was so good. What do you
Down
mean?
at Fraggle Rock.
Fraggle Rock?
Shannon, I'm not sure we can still be friends. I'm actually
I
hurting
know,
a lot
right?
from this.
That might be grounds for divorce right there.
I know. I'm kind of feeling it right now.
Creepy.
Fraggle Rock was so
What
good.
about Sesame Street? Was Sesame Street you didn't like either?
I didn't
Well,
like Sesame
Street's
Street.
Okay.
You
No,
didn't
I didn't like Sesame
Well,
Street.
I loved Oscar the Grouch.
wow.
I did like the Snuffleupagus because he questioned his own existence all the time. He didn't feel like he really existed, and as a Gen Y,
But it was
I didn't really feel like I existed.
No.
So
It's kind of random. He was just
I'm
kinda-
sorry, I'm playing with the joke. It's cool.
But was it Snuffleupagus or was it Big Bird? Because somebody believed Big Bird about Snuffleupagus.
No, they were buddies.
No, but no, they were buddies. But Big Bird would tell people about
No,
Snuffleupagus
so
because they
Big
wouldn't believe
Bird
Big Bird
was-
because nobody saw
Yeah,
it.
because
So-
Snuffleupagus didn't exist.
It was in Big
He
Bird's
was a
mind.
figment of Big Bird's mind.
Yes,
Well, whatever.
but you didn't see
Whatever.
one without the other though.
But I'm sorry, those eyelashes, those existed.
I don't dislike.
yes,
I
they
don't
probably did.
dislike Big Bird, but
Well, let's-
all the other ones.
Let's face it. The big question on Sesame Street were, are Bert and Ernie dating? We don't know. We don't know.
Of course they were. Of course they were.
It was,
But,
it
hey,
was all about the rubber ducky, so you know they was for sure rubber
But-
ducky. You're the one.
but Grover was angry because he wanted to be part of it and he was never going to be.
Grover couldn't come over.
Grover couldn't come over. That's true.
No way.
Grover had issues because he couldn't be a part of it.
And Ernie was like, "Don't fight it. Don't fight it." Like,
Yeah.
Rubber ducky is the
Yeah.
one. So you
And
know.
I'm pretty sure the count was a pimp. I'm just
No,
saying.
have any of you? Well, yeah. Well, he was counting his money.
Yeah, Bert and
He was
Ernie.
counting his money. That's what he was doing.
One rubber ducky.
$1, $2.
Rubber
Yeah, he was all over that.
Count Dracula. Count Dracula. No, Sesame
And
Street.
then he's like, "Whoa, yeah, that was."
I don't know.
Oh, we just totally rearranged the Sesame Street for adults. There you go.
Yeah.
Everybody's going, "Shit, you're so right. You're so right." I didn't even know. Now all of a sudden it's like, "Oh,
Yes.
Video.
I haven't tried the pretzels yet for that, but I will at some point here.
Yeah, when I got
Taste
old.
it from here. Yeah, one is dips. There are two different types. So one is with peanut butter candy. No, they're
Me
both
too.
peanut butter
That's
candy.
But he's not gonna
One is dark chocolate and one is milk chocolate.
open it up. Do a taste test.
So you got the milk and the dark.
Right
Milk
now.
I will be back momentarily, guys.
Taste test. Taste test.
Taste test. Let's see. See, you're
Oh,
looking
oh,
into
no.
new avenues
Rod, do
besides
not
beer
tell us.
and
Do
candy
not-
taste testing.
Don't tell us which one you think that is the best. We're gonna vote. Me and Todd are gonna be like, you're gonna.
I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he's.
I'm
Gonna
not doing it tonight.
You're not gonna try them tonight.
No.
Lame-o.
Oh, did he say goodnight earlier? It's tea time in the morning. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, right. All right, duty.
The big surprise. Straight in the fairway, my friend.
Hit everyone in the woods.
Any peanut butter pretzels are addictive, I'm sure. Although the peanut butter chips, we talked about the word peanut butter chip with Reese's Cups and the pretzels. I was like, yeah, I mean, it's Reese's, so you got that going for you, but I feel like they weren't as great as I thought they were going to be when they had the chips and the pretzels inside the peanut butter cup.
I haven't had the ones
See,
with the
when
chips inside of it.
When I went to go get, remember when I said I'm gonna go to the gas station? Do you want anything? And you said bring me home something sweet.
Yeah, and you brought the outrageous or
Because
outrageous. Or
I
whatever
knew
it's
you would
called.
like that, but then I saw the ones that had the chips in it, and I was
Yeah,
like,
but I've never tried those. Have you had those, Rod?
I've had them both, yeah, the chips and the pretzel ones. They're okay. I
None
mean,
with
it just
chips in them. I don't
Yeah.
think that'd be. It's kind of
It's-
the crunch factor.
you
I
get the
think.
you get the salt, just more the saltiness with it, with the chip inside of it to go with the peanut
No,
butter.
the
and
one I
chocolate,
like
yeah.
is the.
You like the pretzel one inside?
Outrageous. It's got the. It's the
we got Reese's Pieces
Reese's Pieces chopped up in the middle of it.
Yeah.
and the candy bar.
It's so good.
I mean, their best idea may have been putting the Reese's Pieces in the peanut butter cup. Those are
that's
always
what-
good.
Oh, well, not in the peanut butter
Oh,
cup, but it was in a
no.
bar form.
No, they have them in the peanut butter cup too, which is pretty good.
So there's this thing, like the Hostess
That was
cupcakes.
so good.
Hmm.
So there was this thing, and it was like a Reese's Hostess cupcake, and it was like peanut butter and chocolate, and it had like Reese's Pieces inside of it. And so I had that in my vending machine at home.
Inside of what?
The Reese's Pieces inside
At
of
work,
it.
not at home.
Yeah, at work.
I was gonna say we don't have a vending machine
You know
here.
what I mean. So I was like, I told Todd about it. He's like, that sounds delicious. And so I got some. I'm like, I'm gonna bring this home to you. And you ate it, and you were like, that was delicious.
There you go. There's actually a Reese's cupcake.
I know, that's what I was just thinking.
There's actually a Reese's cupcake they sell that's pretty good. I've always seen it like at one spot, like through one of the Walmarts they had here, which I hate going to Walmart. So I only went there like a couple times, but
my God, it is awful.
That's almost enough to get you going into a Walmart to get that Reese's peanut butter cup. It's not peanut butter, Reese's cupcake they have. It's really tasty.
Something's got to draw you in, yes,
Yeah.
for sure.
Walking like Walmart's the devil. Like Kathy Bates and the Water Boy.
I
So
like
I
Kathy
had-
Bates and everything.
No, so Rod, I had this friend I worked with here in Sellersburg, Indiana, which is not the like cultural thing, like. And she's like, and then we went to Orange Beach, and I'm like, we stopped in Mobile, Alabama, and she's like, that is the armpit of the South. We stayed in a hotel in Mobile, Alabama. We went.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, that's the armpit of the South. And it was a little scary down there.
No, but that's what it was.
There were some hairy situations.
Yeah, it was kind of like, don't want to go too far off the strip.
No, it was
Like,
a bunch of toothless white
don't
guys
go
that
past the
were
light.
rednecks.
Any beer mixed with pretzels. Yeah, I mean,
So to Aubrey's comment, Generations Brewing in Freeport, Illinois, they do their Pretzel City Amber. Freeport is known as the Pretzel City because there were 3 different pretzel factories in that city for a really long time, and they used local pretzels in their amber, and it's delicious. So.
was Snyder's there? Was that one of their pretzel things there?
Oh no! It was a small
pretzel.
community companies. It was family companies.
Yeah.
That was a
German.
lot of pretzel knowledge right there, Mel.
Yeah.
Well, I grew up in Byron, Illinois, and we used to play against the Freeport Pretzels. That was their high school mascot.
Wait a minute.
Was the pretzels?
There was a team that had a mascot that were
Whose
pretzels.
mascot is the pretzel?
How bad are
We
things?
also played against a team called the Cogs because they had a company that made cogs.
I
in
can
that
take the
town, so-
cogs more than the pretzels though.
Yeah,
Like, you know, like
you're
somebody's-
But yeah, it was.
What are we gonna call
played,
ourselves?
We
We're gonna
played
be the
against the
pretzels.
pretzels.
That's
We
the
played
single
against the
biggest
pretzels.
display of
If-
mascots right
Okay,
there.
if you all could live in any state, what state would you live in?
Chu says Alaska. I already
I
know.
would live in Michigan.
We haven't been to every state, so it's hard to say.
I would really enjoy Missouri. I like Missouri quite a bit.
No, you.
No.
No.
No, I've been to Missouri many
Me
times.
too. My cousin's
But not either of the ends. Somewhere in the middle. I like Missouri. I always
the
have.
Ozarks.
Yeah, I've always liked Missouri.
You don't have to stay there forever. I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
I would feel like
We said you could live there. Was
Yeah,
it
but
temporary
you can
housing?
live anywhere for as long as you want to live there.
the spot I would go to would be San Diego.
I feel like Washington or Oregon would be nice, though.
But I've never, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I've never been there, so I don't know. I've never been to Maine
Right.
either, but I want to go to Maine. I'd like to go to
But
Maine.
I loved Michigan so much. Like July, we're walking downtown. I'm not breaking a sweat. Yeah, you go to the beach and it's like freaking 60 degrees, but it's beautiful. I mean,
No, that was,
BOT is legal.
no, that
and
was nice.
yeah, just like
But San Diego is also the same way. Like, daytime you can have shorts, nighttime but have the jeans and a sweater because it'll get cold.
But you
Yeah.
know,
July.
all that being said, I hate the winters here, but I really do love being close to Chicago. I really enjoy it. I mean, the city here, the arts, the culture, the beer. I really love Chicago. It's just those winters are monstrous. I hate the winters so much.
but you
But
know, that's
It's
what
worth
I'm
it to
saying.
be here.
For everything good, you have to pay a price for it.
It's true. It's very
And the
true.
winters are the price you have to pay for that.
Well, I lived in the Caribbean for 3 years and I went through 3 hurricanes. So yeah, I hear
Oh
you.
my God, I
'Cause
remember
hurricanes
the
are
story you
awful.
told me. Yes.
It's atrocious. I never want to go through that again, but living in the Caribbean was pretty darn nice. I was 10-minute walk from a beach at any given point. So you can't argue that, but I mean the medical system was a little shaky to be honest, and then, hurricanes all the time. It was like, no.
Right.
So, yeah. There's a give and take anywhere you live. Always.
Exactly. There's never going to be all good. And if it was all good, you wouldn't appreciate it if it was good unless you had some bad.
True. Ooh,
Onion flavored pretzels.
Onion flavored
that
pretzel.
sounds lovely.
Why?
JT sent us a Facebook request. Making friends, that's always good. Pretzel rods are my favorite type. When I was 14, I fell off a school roof broke my right arm, but I didn't know what actually broke until I got x-rayed in my 40s. So, yeah, I mean, that's just how we roll, you know. Just shake it off.
Vanessa
That
needs
that feels like a
to-
meme of some sort.
Yeah. Oh. Shannon doesn't need X.
What?
Right. Yeah.
I don't what? I don't, but I
No,
would like
no.
to. Yeah, it
My
would
leg
just.
was broken and ankles fractured, but they didn't find it until 6 months after. Oh, wow. My club days in New York City, my first semester work. Yeah, well, Vanessa was doing the old Studio 54 days in New York, so she's got great stories to tell. So,
I
yeah.
bet.
OG. The OG.
I
Yeah.
would be so scared in a big city
Others. What would you be scared of?
because I'm a woman.
This woman go to big cities all the time.
She's scared of her own shadow sometimes.
No, I just.
Sometimes.
Cheers,
no,
darling.
literally, I went to the drugstore the other day, and I parked, and there was a guy. I'm like, I had some cans of soup in my bag. I'm like wadding up. I'm like, he tries anything, I'm gonna beat him in his head with
Gonna
it.
Well,
Campbell, Campbell his ass.
There have been a lot of times.
Here's your chicken and stars.
Chicken noodle soup on your ass.
No,
Yeah.
there have been a
And
lot
then,
of times
you know
where I
what?
walk to the car with the keys between the fingers, where you have the
Yes. Yeah.
keys between the
Oh, yeah.
fingers, or you
Drop the
carry
can
mace
off.
or whatever, because you
I
never
can
know.
see you being. I
honestly.
can see you being safe. I mean, yeah. I
like,
mean, I can definitely see that. But it's kind of like you have city stuff. It's like you have country stuff. I mean,
yeah,
these
and
last
that's
these
like,
last few shooting instances were like in country type settings.
Yeah,
It's just
I
like
mean,
running
like-
into city type things.
Right.
as a woman, I'm just afraid of men that I don't know.
But we've been
Yeah.
trained to be afraid of men. I mean,
And they've trained us that way too.
yeah, they have. They've trained us to be terrified of men half the time, and that's not
Yes.
always the best way to be. It's just, like if you're walking down a street and there's one other person and they're walking towards you on your side of the street and you cross the street, well, people think that, well, what's wrong with you? Well, I'm a little scared. It's just, it happens. If you're all
Exactly.
alone
Yeah.
and you don't feel that you're capable of protecting yourself,
Yeah.
it's
so
just a
why
fear
not cross the
factor.
street
It's
and not
terrible, but it's
Yeah.
what we've been raised into and what we have been trained to believe.
Well,
So,
Yeah. I mean, I love the men that I know, and I'm thankful for the men that I know.
there you
But if
go.
I don't know you, I do not trust you. I
Thank
think
you,
wanna
Aubrey.
Harm me. You want to
Yeah.
harm me.
thank you, Aubrey. I hope I can brew you beer someday. I do.
Oh no, left home like he's not there now.
Mm.
That sucks, Vanessa.
I think you'll be just fine, Vanessa.
Oh, Vanessa's a fighter, survivor, and all that kind of stuff. I got no doubt about that.
Moon just
Moon-
won
Moon-
a new storage unit.
Wow,
That's
but it's still kind of a shake up, right? So it's like, sorry to hear that.
It does. But
10 is shot at 10 is or 2 peas in a pod, no doubt.
no,
I'm sorry, can you say their
not.
names again?
we are
Todd
not.
and Shannon. I think I kind of messed it
We're
up there in
the
a second.
I
Yeah,
don't know about
I said it real fast.
We
Yeah.
are not.
I like your thinking there.
We do not understand each other at all. At
They're
all.
more like Ben and Jen now. It's like Todd Annan. Like it just put the
No.
names together like Benifer, you know.
Todden.
Benefit.
Todden?
No, we are not.
Todden?
Todd Annan.
He's Todd. I'm sure.
Todd Annan.
No, we are not two peas in a pod. Like, I love him and I want to be with him, but we are so different. There's
But she
nothing-
hates me too. I'm saying.
No, I say I hate him.
Yeah, curves are just shorts.
Ah,
All right, let's see. I gotta flip this over.
Singing in the rain. Oh, guilty pleasure movie.
oh, that's a good one.
Liz says Shakes the Clown is her favorite guilty pleasure movie. I've heard of. I've never seen it, but I've heard of Shakes the Clown.
Oh, that ain't gonna fit.
That movie's street trash. I've never heard of that one.
I haven't either.
Repo Man is insane. It should be 50 pleasure for his brilliant madness. That was a 90s movie, Repo Man, I believe. Barney the dinosaur. They still even show Barney for kids anymore? I remember when parents wanted to beat the hell out of Barney back in the 90s.
I don't know.
Their kids were addicted to it like crack. That song. Oof. Yeah, 1983. The original Repo Man. It was 83 when that came out?
Barney?
No, Repo Man.
Oh.
Big Bird with our hallucination, which is mind-blowing. Sometimes your mouse favorite was Snuffleupagus.
I bet you all have never heard of the
I
movie.
like Snuffleupagus too. Also,
No.
Hey,
loved him.
Bird. What do you say, hey, Bird? Or something.
Broad mouth. I would bet my life on this. You've never heard of the movie Solar Babies.
Sober Baby?
Solar.
solar,
Like solar.
like solar panels.
No, I've never heard of that one.
Nope.
You ain't missing nothing.
You never even seen it. You
I've
only
watched-
heard of
I've
it.
watched it with you, so
Yeah, the count. So say the
I
count.
didn't watch the rest of it.
I look at it now like the count had to be a pimp. Had to be a pimp.
It had Terry Garr in it.
Yes.
I know Terry Garr.
Dude,
Yes, and the world was drying up, turned into a desert, and it was dirt with cracks, and they were on.
it was
It was
terrible.
kind of like sci-fi. They were
Like
all-
pre-Water World. They're searching for.
Probably is terrible.
That's a
What?
terrible
We
movie.
were. We started.
Sounds like a Twilight Zone episode to me.
Big Bird would make a ton of chicken for KFC. That'd be a big dinner. That's a feast right there.
Yeah. He did his
Applebee's
best.
wonton. He did. Applebee's has wonton tacos, so he did get the wonton tacos.
Ooh, nice.
Applebee's, I'm like, no, thank you. I'd rather go to the Waffle House.
We don't have any Applebee's by us anymore.
Yeah,
Applebee's versus
that-
Waffle
they
House
all
are like
shut
two
down.
different things. Like the comparison between the two.
It's like TGI Fridays is closer to Applebee's than
All right.
Waffle House is.
Yeah, I don't know if we.
Hey, but at least TGI Fridays was good enough. They have like frozen dinners in the grocery store. You never see an Applebee's potato skins in the grocery store.
That's because their food wasn't good enough to put in the grocery store.
Actually,
Uh.
you don't, but you see Friday stuff in there, which I think is the same corporation for the most
Ugh,
part.
Applebee's, and
Yeah,
I'm not
I
that
think
picky.
you're right.
I am not that picky. Like I like the Waffle House, and if I'm saying Applebee's sucks, I mean it must really suck. Like
I
white
haven't been to Applebee's in a long time, but
Applebee's
I haven't
is
either.
awful.
I'm not even sure that one.
I have a picture of their wonton tacos, and I'm telling you what, Aubrey might be onto something.
No.
It didn't close.
I miss Red Lobster. I haven't been to Red Lobster in forever.
I haven't
Best
been
thing
there
about Red
in a long
Lobster.
time either. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, but Red Lobster.
those crab cakes, the little bread crab cakes.
These are the Applebee's wonton tacos, and
Yeah.
they look pretty damn good. They look
They
pretty
do,
good.
because
So
they're
you can say what you want about Applebee's. I mean, Aubrey can tell you if they're like we were looking on here, but they look pretty good. I'd give them a go. And nice bite-sized pieces too, so it's not like
I mean,
gonna
Rod,
be as messy.
I don't mean to be rude to you, but like when you're in the McDonald's drive-through
Is it beef or chicken?
and they're like, "This is the Big Mac," that's not actually what you're going to get when you go through the drive-through because it's
Yeah,
style.
you
it's
get
poster
you
about it,
get the Big Mac. You get the Big Mac.
but
But
it don't look
they
like
don't
the
look
Big
like
Mac
the
on
picture
the
does.
poster.
You're right.
I'm an advertising major. It's never going to look like the picture. You have to
Big
take that
Mac's
into
that
consideration.
big, the picture when you get it.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, that's the whole part of the illusion. I graduated with advertising degree.
Right,
So, yeah, I
right,
know how
yeah.
that works.
So,
So I expect
saw that
to be a
picture
little
of
off.
those
false advertisements. What
crab
it is.
cake tacos or whatever.
But that's not McDonald's. Restaurants are a little more closer to like your fast food places. They're a little more closer in their pictures.
I mean, as long as you're happy with it, then I'm okay with it. But like, I'm not.
She's so passive aggressive on stuff. It kills me.
No, I'm not trying to. I need my nose.
Sort of, though.
But I'm not trying to.
No, I know you're not trying to, but sometimes
Because
you
I'm
are
like,
that
some
way.
things mean something to me that don't mean it, and some things mean something to you. That
But.
but I'm like, if you're happy with it, then I'm okay with you. Continue to eat those crab cake tacos.
Felicia.
So yeah, I'm sure you got to handle some stuff there, Vanessa. Peanut butter cookie, Florida cup, muffin tin, and 8 pine dark chocolate cream at the top. Ooh, that sounds good. The cup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mobile is not the armpit of the South, which is a lot of stinky parts. Houston is. Actually, I like Houston. Houston, I thought Houston had the most per capita. Houston was actually ranked for restaurants for people per capita of any other major city. Like they had
Of
any
only-
type of food you wanted to get down there in Houston, you can get.
But
I took here 2 years ago, and we had a lovely time in Houston.
Yeah.
Just for a weekend, but we had a lovely time.
Yeah, Houston.
think
I like
Austin
Houston.
is the place to go in Texas.
I prefer Houston to Dallas. Dallas is kind of like
No,
the
thanks.
uppity part of the state, kind of so
I
to
haven't
speak.
been.
Versus, and like there are people from Houston and Dallas, they kind of have a thing in between them where they kind of like that. They look at the Dallas people kind of being more of the highbrow, and people in Dallas can look down at some of the people in Houston.
Been to San Antonio, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, Austin's a college town because you got the university and stuff there. The people
I
party
don't
like
like-
crazy.
Yeah, I don't like to be around anybody that looks down on anybody.
You know,
Not someplace I want to
well, it's
go.
not all the people do it. It's just kind of the
Majority.
community. It's kind of like it's a field. Yeah, so. I don't go to Texas way that much anymore now for other reasons.
Yeah, I would really like to live in Texas and Florida for the rest of my life.
I'll tell you, the food is great down there. Every restaurant I
it
went
is.
to down in Texas, I've always loved the food.
I don't argue with you on
Deep
that. I
in
had
the
some I had some
heart
good
of
food down there. Yeah.
Yep, that's right.
Alaska upper left edge, about 30 miles below the Arctic. Yeah, because Vanessa's been to Alaska, stationed in Alaska. Press what we call for crush and defeat of foes, not our team name.
You obviously haven't been to Freeport then.
Yeah. I've always loved the climate and landscape of California coast is nice.
Hmm.
I mean, that's a fun little drive going down the Pacific Highway. There was a Hurricane Betsy when I was 3 years old. I've been trained to be terrified of women.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Whoa.
Yeah.
The dog feels the same.
Well, in some situations, nowadays, I mean, I'm looking at this whole Jonathan Majors type thing, still trying to figure out what's going on, but a lot of it's coming out like stuff didn't happen the way it does, but his whole thing has been rocked on his career, which is like he was in a great spot to take off on stuff. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, but sometimes the accusations end up proving not to be true, and then it's
Yeah,
already
because there are
ruined.
shady people that can take advantage of the system. Always.
That is true.
Yeah, I mean, there's shady on
Always.
both sides because women used to have a thing called ballers.net, I think was the website, and they would go on with certain celebrities or at certain places, like athletes and stuff, and the women would try to basically go in and connect with them and basically get them jammed up or something.
Yeah, because my brother is always talking about women do that. I'm like, I don't think that happens.
No, they do it. They do it. But it's
I
usually
know,
that.
like that's so far outside. I'm like,
But they target for like the high, like I said, the high worth at person, high worth men, athletes, stuff like that, and everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
they've had websites and stuff where they've done that. Like so and so's out at Jackson Square or whatever, and women will go get all dolled up to get out there and see if they can draw the attention and stuff. I mean,
but I'm like, what's the point? Because if you go with this guy that's got all this money and you're really hot and you're 23, you're gonna get old, and all these other women are gonna be throwing.
you're
them-
missing it though. Some of them are just there to get the money. They're trying to
Yeah,
hook
if they
up
get
and
the
have
money,
something
they don't
happen.
care.
They don't care about really connecting with them as much as getting the situation where they can get
Yeah.
money out of it.
No,
Yeah.
I want to make sure I can take care of myself, and anybody else is just like a condiment.
Yeah. It's not a relationship type thing. It's a business thing for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you can definitely relate to it's all how you're brought up and trained and around and conditioned
Well,
on stuff.
I grew up a small town, so when I moved to Chicago, my mother, who didn't live anywhere near Chicago, she was elsewhere, but she was sending me constant texts about all of the shootings and problems in Chicago. I wasn't even in Chicago. I'm like a half hour out. I'm out in a suburb, which is pretty safe. And she's sending me all this stuff about all the dangers, and I'm like, dude, it's okay. Like, it's not panic worthy. I'm in a great school district. I'm in a good area, but it was just constant barrage of people being worried for me for living close to Chicago. I'm like, that's not really how that works. So
I blame Kingpin because everybody saw how that young Amish boy was wrecked when he was going around under the toilets of the bowling circuit. I mean, he was clear cut before he teamed up with Woody. So
that must have been it. That was the turning point.
That was the turning point. The next one, Yankee Stadium in my New York City days, I walked from 161 First Street down to 14th Street. That's a good walk.
That's a long way.
Yeah. PTSD, Hope there's a positive mutual development in your life.
I'm not sure what that was in reference to.
Oh, I got you. That was.
Oh, okay.
Saying, yeah. I hope that. Let me see here. Shannon and Todd, you guys are funny as hell, right?
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
100%. They're so
Celebrity.
funny.
Hey, we got Blue in the house. Cheers, Blue. Happy 420.
Blue. Hi, Blue. Happy 420.
You know Blue? Check out Blue. Blue's got. I gotta catch up on some of his video stuff too. Though Blue's got a great channel. Welcome, my friends.
Drink it.
Oh, Rebecca, Touched by Yarn in the house. Welcome, Rebecca. Great to see you.
Hello, Rebecca. I'm so happy to see you. She's another one who I met through Al Chafe. It's like she does a lot of knit hats that she donates to shelters and stuff. So she's amazing.
I thought you were gonna say crocheting, but like it's funny how I can just like know it.
But yeah, she does a lot of knit items that she donates, and she's an amazing human being who helps a lot of people. I love her so much.
Yeah, check out Rebecca.
Thank you for being here, Rebecca. Her channel's amazing. Check it out.
Apparently, Shannon took off, but Blue did not like solar babies at all. He's like,
I agree, Blue. Solar babies is trash.
Blue saw it.
Why would you have to watch? You should never watch Solar Babies.
Oh, let me do catch all that. Oh, thanks, Aubrey. Cheers, my friend.
Lovely talking to you, Aubrey.
Good old internet.
Yeah, Aubrey.
There's an Applebee's at the Brickyard, but don't go there. Horrible. There's a nice one at Elgin Mallory. Waffle House is bomb.
Yeah, Waffle House is
bomb.
You get all kinds of stuff at Waffle House.
Like inebriated. It's like
and plus the wait staff is defense trained, so if things go down, you know how to handle stuff. So yeah.
Right.
Big Best Club more than
they need to be if they're not. They should be.
I don't think they'll get that high, but yeah. A Big Mac
they need
at
to
10.
pay their staff at some point.
Yeah. Well, true. They need to pay theirs. Well, actually,
they're getting better.
They're looking at automation. There's McDonald's now that don't even have people in the front. You order everything through the computer. They have people that make the sandwiches, but how long before you get that automated? So it could be kind of an automated restaurant at some point. For the most part.
Might.
Which, if you go to a trade school, you might be the guy to come in and fix it. So you might be the one person with a job at McDonald's in case something goes wrong. Sitting around like the Maytag man from back in the day waiting for something to break down.
Oh, the Maytag man. Oh, yeah. Puppy. Hi, puppy.
Pup.
This is our non-expressive puppy.
Oh.
Now.
Pecan waffle and waffle. Oh, pecan waffles actually sound pretty tasty.
Yeah, it sounds good. We gotta quit talking about food.
Tasty.
Yeah. I did one time went to Waffle House. Like I ordered pancake. I forgot where I was. And I was like, "You guys have pancake?" Like I wasn't trying to be funny when I did it, but I just didn't really. It's
like,
one of those
you're at
things.
Waffle House and ordering a pancake. Yeah. Like, okay.
It was like, oh shit! I was like, no. I was like, oh.
Hot dog.
The person kind of looked at me. I'm like, oh, never mind. I don't even know what I was thinking there. Like,
isn't he the cutest little thing ever? Oh my God.
I've never lived in Houston, but I've had some fun down there.
Yeah, I only went down for 4 days, so 4 days is my extensive knowledge of Houston. But I had a lovely time. I did not live there though.
It all
I will
depends.
grant you that.
And it all depends on perspective. Some things that people will find stuff they want to do that others may not. So it could be totally different view.
I will
Yeah.
say not St. Andrews, one of the oldest breweries in Houston. I can't remember the name of it right now. Saint something. We walked there, and I do not recommend walking
You're
there.
thinking of St. Arnold.
St. Arnold, thank
Yeah.
you. Do not walk there. Drive. For the love of all that is holy, please drive. It was midday on a Sunday when we walked, but it was still a little shaky.
Yeah.
A little shaky. Not the first part. The first part was fine, but the last part was a little. Drive there. St. Arnold is great. The beer was great. The space was great. I loved it. Don't walk there.
But it was a little iffy.
Yeah.
I think you get a great deal in this location. Oh, it just worked out. Like nobody wanted to come down this part of town.
I mean, we walked about 4 miles that day to get there because our place was
that's a walk.
a little far. Well, but we liked walking, so it was totally fine. It's just that area right close to it was a little shaky. That's all. But I mean, we were fine. Nothing happened. We were safe. It's just, maybe drive.
Yeah. Yeah, I had some great barbecue in Houston, Trez, too. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Texas is going to be the New York. The cities seem to be blowing up. Texas, they got stuff happening, except if, once in a while they talk about secession, but then you find out they can't even control their own power grid and lights go out. They're like, oh, maybe we won't
Maybe
leave.
not.
Right? Maybe not yet. We're not ready for that.
We're close.
Not right now.
Yeah.
Not so much.
Give it time. We got this.
They're like, hey, guys, we want to stay with the team if we can. We change our mind.
Building towards it. Just
Mexico's like, yeah, go ahead and leave. See what happens. Go ahead and leave.
yeah.
Over his house, I can't badmouth it all at once. He's a Louisiana boy though too. Kingpin, another guilty pleasure movie. Yeah, I like watching some Kingpin. That's always good. From Houston, that you can't walk anywhere. You have to have a car.
I didn't mind the distance. It's just some of the areas were a little sketch. That's all.
Yeah, it's but I don't know. I've been in cities. I've been in small town. All areas have good. All areas seem to have bad.
But it's funny for me to be saying that some areas were a little sketch when I'm from frickin' Chicago, which you can go one block the wrong direction and be in sketch.
Yeah,
so, I mean, we got our own issues. That's true. And my husband's from Detroit, so there we go.
Yeah.
We all know about that one block difference.
Yeah.
So don't mess that up.
8 Mile? Is that what you're saying? 8 Mile?
Oh my gosh.
My husband actually grew up on 9 Mile.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but apparently, Eminem was his pizza guy.
Really?
He ordered pizza from the Domino's that Eminem worked at, and he would show up, and he was just the greasy pizza guy, so no one really paid attention. But that was their pizza guy.
And Mouse told me a story that night when you and Chew went to bed. Me and Mouse. Talked.
Yeah, Shannon heard this one already.
Marshall Mathers, the pizza guy.
Yep, Marshall Mathers, the pizza guy. So before he proved how amazing he was, because he's absolutely incredible. It was Little Caesars, I believe. She's gonna run up here and yell at me if I got it wrong, but I think it was Little Caesars.
No,
I feel like it was Little Caesars. I don't hear his feet on the stairs yet, so I might have been okay.
So Eminem was pizza.
I think so.
I remember back when Little Caesars had the pizzas like that one going, but they put it in like a big. You couldn't even fit in your car. You had to your car to get it home.
But still $5. I mean, how
I'm talking about back in the day. Yes, you got 2 for $1.
I feel like I can't even eat Little Caesars anymore. Every time I smell Little Caesars, it smells like feet to me.
I'll tell you what.
Something with their dough. It
their
just smells
cheesy
like
bread is the best, though.
The crazy bread is still good.
Yeah, it's like no, I can't do Little Caesars.
Their cheesy bread is. You don't like cheese, but their cheesy bread is. I could eat a whole meal on that.
Their cheesy bread is better than their pizza.
Their pizza ain't bad either, though.
But their
$5, $6.
I will give them this.
Way better than Burger King.
When you put it in the microwave to reheat it, it's the best reheatable.
I mean, I grew up on Jersey, New York, Pete. I like, yeah, Little Caesar. I'm like, I pass on Little Caesars. Like,
For the price of it, and whatever, if you have a party or whatever, you can get like 5
Ooh,
pizza for $20. You know what I'm
I
saying?
grew up on Pizza Hut, so
Mm.
I was the
Yeah.
Pizza Hut kid. Yeah, the
Yeah, we used
personal pan pizza where it was like 4 little slices, itty
Yes.
bitty.
No, you can still get those. As a
That was my life. I lived for those as a kid, like because they had book it in school. Like if you read enough books, you could get the little personal pan pizza. I was all over that.
But what some don't realize is the success of pizza in the country is owed to basically Pizza Hut and Domino's. They were the ones that kind of fueled all the pizza stuff that
Did
took
you
place.
watch that on the Food That Made America?
Got that right, sister. Food that built America. History, definitely.
I knew that's where he got.
I love that.
from.
I love
Yeah.
that show.
Not too long ago too. I think it was.
Yeah.
I
It was
don't
on pretty
even
recent.
watch it, but he.
But the
told-
funny thing is, like, everybody thinks of pizza
Very
like New York or Northeast, or they think like Chicago. It was like Pizza Hut was, I think, like Kansas or something, and Domino's or something. It's like they're Midwest. It's like it's not where you thought the pizza push really took place.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Wasn't like the Chicago, New York style, Chicago style. It was
Yeah.
something like out in the cornfields.
Yeah. It's just like
Pizza's from there. Like
But
really?
do you all remember the Chicken Littles in the late '80s and the early '90s from
Yes.
KFC?
yes.
And now they're like, oh, we got Chicken Littles back, and I'm like, this is not a Chicken Little.
Yeah.
This is not.
It's
My
'cause she grew up on chicken.
So my dad and my mom got divorced, and after that, my dad always says, "You and your brother were raised on Chicken Littles and noodles." I'm like, "Yeah, it was fucking freaking delicious."
JT is left to lefty. Like, oh, those
I would-
Caesars are great pizza on a camp. I'm telling you, it just smells like feet to me every time I have Little Caesars. It's not my pizza. Now, the Detroit style pizza, like, I think that's what Jets does, and that's some pretty good pizza. I love some Jets pizza.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Yeah,
solid.
Jess is pretty good. Yeah, Jess is pretty good.
I never even heard.
Oh, we're back. New connection. There you go.
And Jeff now, but we've had
Jets is pretty tasty.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Especially like their deep dish or whatever.
Yeah. Before we sign off here, you had a beer news thing you were going to say, Mal, earlier.
It wasn't beer news per se. I was just curious about your opinion. So I'm working for 2 breweries. I have obviously been very clear with them that I intend to own one.
Mm-hmm.
And they've been putting me in other skill sets, not just serving, but they've been, stretching my legs so I can learn more, which is great. But part of that is both breweries are obsessed with putting me as the lead person on every single event. And I have a ton coming this summer. Like all of the beer fests of Chicago, I'm working at pretty much all of them. It's insane. And for one brewery or the other, I have to keep track so I don't go for the wrong brewery. But I'm curious what your views are on beer fests and what your best strategy is when you go. Like, do you hit all of the low ABVs first? Do you, go for the stouts? Like, what is kind of like, do you start at the beginning and work your way to the end? Do you start at the end and work your way back? Like, I'm curious about beer fest etiquette from you guys.
So you're talking about if you go as like a guest, as a
customer, yes, as a customer.
Yes.
Yeah. So if going as a customer, my recommendation is always like first get the list of beers when they come out, and ideally take a look at that list of beers if you can, print it out possibly. You'll see people do this. Highlight those beers you kind of want to target. Skip any of the beers you can get at any time you want.
Yes.
Those will always be available. So look for the special release type stuff.
Yeah.
And personally, if I'm going as a VIP type thing where you're buying the top level, then I'm hitting like that extra hour booth or whatever, where they give you it ahead of time coming in. And I'm looking at those that pique my interest the most. Now, for me, I drink a lot of higher ABV type beers.
Okay.
So a lot of times I'm hitting a lot of the imperial stouts that are coming out or special barley wine releases. some of the, bigger type things. I do try to get those early and probably then taper down going backwards. The problem I run into is I always got to remember, and Shannon's the same way. You got to remember to eat something, right? Like, so,
Yeah.
because once you get on the roll, it's just like you're going from one to the one to the
ain't
one to the
ain't no
one.
time to eat.
Right.
Ain't no time
But
to
I
eat.
like to start with the limited release stuff I can't usually get to, and then try to go ahead and do a plan. And I will say, like, for everybody that follows me on Untapped, you try to check in, but at some point you're just like, screw it with the Untapped because you can't keep up with it when you're at a beer fest, right?
You're
So,
Right.
and now what I do because of the YouTube channel, I just shoot like I did when I went to the Baltimore one. I'll shoot a quick 30, 40-second video on my phone and then go back and handle it later to kind of share it out or whatever. That way I can just remember
Okay.
from that point. But started with kind of those that you don't see, that you don't usually get to partake in, to get a sense of that and everything, and then kind of go from there. So, if go after the styles you enjoy and stuff too. I mean, Beer Fest is good for trying different styles you may not have, but I want to go after the styles I'm kind of already kind of infused in for the most part, unless it's something unique. Like if I see some type of special made sour or something like that, I may, give that a whirl or something like that or anything, or something intriguing me there. Like a lot of the beer fests, like some of the bacon infused beers I've had at some places before, which have been pretty good that you don't see at other opportunities.
Okay.
I'm gonna piggyback because I feel like what Rod said is exactly what you would have said.
Yeah, pretty much. It's pretty
But
much.
I'm like,
same
when I
thing.
go, I'm just wanting to have a good time. And if I meet somebody that's serving the beer that I connect with,
Not
then
if,
I'm gonna-
when you meet somebody. That's no.
then I'm gonna remember.
What do you mean if?
I'm gonna remember those beers more because I'm like, there's two types of people that go to those beer festivals. One is because they're a beer fanatic, and one is just like, I'm just gonna go and have a good time. And if I have a good beer,
Yeah, so you can do both. I mean,
you can.
You do
So
both,
there's three
but-
types. Yeah.
like Rod said, you definitely like print off the list and target certain beers that you
Right.
may never have besides that fest, because sometimes breweries do make a special beer
Right.
for the fest or whatever. So
But
you're like,
then-
you want it. But
yeah,
also you can.
how are you gonna remember?
No, you're right about that. But you also, what Rod said, also you kind of target certain styles, and then you also target some of the styles that you're not accustomed to, so you get a chance to try those, and you're not out anything. You know what I mean? Like
I'm just.
Yeah.
that was the first time I had an IPA. Was at a beer fest. The very first IPA.
Oh, yeah.
I had. Nope,
I
I'm
brew it
nope,
too, yes.
nope. I poured it out. Never again. Then I ever poured one. I was like, now it's one of my favorite styles of all of them. Like I love IPAs now, but
Like maybe.
but those are a great, like that's
Right.
a great style.
But maybe you guys, the quality of the beer is greater than the person serving it, and I'm like the person serving it
I'm
is greater than the beer.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yes. You don't care about the beer. You're just there for the fun. Or
I'm
whatever,
like, if
but-
it's disgusting, I'll remember a beer that's disgusting more than I remember a beer that's good.
Yeah. Well, the thing that, like what JT says, you have to know what your level is. So you want to definitely monitor that
Yeah.
and everything like that and everything. And
Yeah, I
drink the whole
do.
can. Like he said, okay, like when we go to the beer fest, like it's usually like in a 4 ounce or a 5 ounce type thing, depending on what
Right.
you get. And sometimes they'll ask you, do you want a full cup or do you want a half thing or whatever like that and everything. And I usually pretty much get a full type thing, but you can always,
Right.
you can always dump it or whatever like that too if you don't
Yeah.
like it along those lines. But the key thing is also knowing your level and knowing when you're starting to hit that kind of buzz warning,
Yeah.
like I need to
I'm like,
cut back or
like-
yeah.
You'll go up, they'll have 4 beers. I'm like, that sounds good. What's the ABV on that? Because nobody thinks I'm responsible, but I'm like, I want to be here for the rest of the evening. And if I'm drinking 12%, then I'm not going to be here the rest of the night.
Yeah.
I'm like, that sounds good. What's the ABV on that?
So
Yeah.
what I'm hearing is that you're looking for unusual beers, something that stands out to hunt out first, as opposed to, say, a classic Pilsner on a table. You're not going to gravitate towards a Pilsner?
I think so. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I think you kind of seek out, at least I do anyways, things that you don't normally get.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of the, kind of the obscure thing or whatever.
I
Yeah.
just follow him. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
like to Mouse, and like I don't think I've ever had a Pilsner, for instance, like at a beer fest.
I don't
People
know.
have had them, people, but it's like now I have had variations of different bocks because it was
Okay.
something unique about them that was something maybe a little bit different
Yeah.
Yeah,
that they
yeah.
actually did, or some of the sour. Usually nowadays, like the sour, something like the IPAs, I'll skip a lot of IPAs because it's like, oh, here's
Yeah.
another IPA, here's another IPA. I want to see, someone comes out and they got a rock beer. Oh, show me the way to that booth right now.
Yeah.
I'm there. I'm knocking it back. Now
So
I have had like some of the Hellas lagers. I'll do some of those.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I worked at one, and we had a Pilsner, and then we had a Porter, and then we had an unusual one. We had a 12% Imperial Stout. But I had people coming up to my table and going, "Oh my God, thank God you have a Pilsner. Everyone's just serving IPA." So
Mhm.
I had some of that.
Yeah.
But then there were other people who were like, "Oh, you have a 12%? I'm totally on board for that because that's unusual. It's not what is always brought to the events." So I was
Yeah.
just curious what your view was. So
Right.
Yeah, there's definitely a part of the crowd that's there for the buzz too. So they want the higher. They're going from the high ABVs from one to the other
Yeah.
other and stuff too. So now the beer fest. I mean, I've been there as both going in as a paying person and then also as a volunteer and stuff. And being a volunteer is actually fun. The one that Todd came to do with me when I was in Cincinnati, that was all great one because they actually encourage you to actually drink as a volunteer, so you could actually walk around and drink and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You have to wait in line because you're a volunteer. You go right to the tap and get what you want, and it was great to be able to do that because you're able to go in and just see what other ones you wanted to try and talk to the brewery people and find out all different details and stuff, and it just becomes like this whole fun type thing. And it's funny because you start getting more questions as the volunteers and the people that actually work at the brewery and stuff because you tried all these different things. At least for me, it was like stuff. It was just like it worked out. So yeah, but it's beer fests are great. You have to have a plan. I would say going in is the main thing.
Yeah.
Someone going in, you go in blind, like you see people come in, and me and Todd went we had the booth in the front. You see all people come rushing in, this kind of stuff. Some would have the notes out, some would have the highlighted paper where they wanted to go, kind of on the map, and some didn't. And it's just like that. It's just like you're all over the place because then you're like someone afterwards, like, oh, I had this so and so from center, like, oh man, I missed that beer. I wanted to try it because you forget because there's just so much that happens.
Yeah, right,
that takes
right.
place. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then something's just like, I just want beer. I don't care. I'm just first things like serve it up. I'm just gonna get drunk and.
Yeah.
Well, I just figure we're entering the season of Beer Fest, and it's nice to give our viewers just a little bit, like, an idea of how to handle it because there's a lot of them out there. There's a ton of Beer Fest going on. So super fun.
Yeah. And it depends on the beer fest too. So
It does 100%.
the one I went to here in Baltimore, definitely a lot easier. They only had like, I want to say 60 breweries, 60, 70 breweries, where you had maybe a few hundred beers, two to three. The one that me and Todd did, the one they do in the Winter Festival, you have like, I think maybe like 200 breweries. You end up having like 500-600 beers that are there.
Yeah.
Lot higher number of where you can actually get to. And then they started adding in where they have like some of them are bringing in cocktail type companies and stuff like that too. Which
Oh goodness!
Now you're really raising the ABV level. Which
Right.
So yeah. So it's have a plan going in. You try to stick to the plan, but I would tell you at some point that plan goes out the window. 2 hours in, 3 hours in, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Make sure you hydrate. Make sure you eat. That's the big. I forget to drink water sometimes because it's just I get especially when I'm going in. I'm talking to different breweries. I'm going to catch up with people. We're trying different things, and you got to try to mentally focus in and try to eat, and try to drink.
And I'm like,
that.
oops,
Yeah,
oops, I forgot.
And like the JT thing, like when I volunteered and stuff, we dumped beers out for people and stuff. Like, oh, I don't, and we rinse out. And I'm talking like, they're like, oh, I didn't really like this one because of this and that and everything too. So if that you hear stuff that doesn't really fit to what you like from what people are saying, then that's one you can probably skip maybe. So yeah, the whole thing is a big friend type thing. It's just it's a blast. So yeah.
No, I'm loving the events, and anyone in the Chicago area, if you show up to any of the events in Chicago, I will probably be there. I'm literally signed on for one of 2 breweries for every event for the whole summer. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So actually next Thursday I'm doing one that is raising money for Meals on Wheels, which I'm
There you
super
go.
excited about.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's called
very
Chicago
nice.
on Tap, and it's raising money for Meals on Wheels. I'm really excited about that one. So
Well, that's a cool thing about too. We always said craft beer type stuff. I mean, major beer does things too, but it seems like more for the local neighborhoods. You have a lot of the craft beer people involved and stuff where you
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
see that a little bit easier on when they're raising stuff. So that makes it fun to support craft beer in that regard. But
Love it.
cool. Well, I think we're just over the midnight hour, so we'll go ahead and shut this down. And thanks for everybody that tuned in. Great as always at a participation. Congrats to Mal again as far as being the winner of the second
Champion.
trivia event here. So congrats to her for
As Blake would say, lay champion.
you got one, Emerson's got one. So you're our 2 winners thus far, and not sure when the next trivia game will be brought back, but it's tough to try coming up with all the questions like that stuff. This takes
Right.
time to plan this stuff in, but hopefully in the next month or 2 we'll have another one there. And I thought about doing a separate show just to do trivia at some point, so maybe that might be like a trivia type night or something. Stuff around there, but always fun.
Oh,
Have fun.
You're breaking up, Rod.
Did I freeze up there a little bit?
Just a smidge.
do you
Am I-
understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Is it doing the whole not lip syncing thing?
Yeah,
again,
it was
like
it was
Country
locking up
Theater?
for a second. You're good now.
Forward.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. So we'll do some more stuff with the trivia and have a little more fun and stuff. And we got some more participants this time. Maybe next time we'll have more participants and let people know when I put those out if people want to jump in and get a chance to have some fun doing that. And we'll do some more beer news type stuff last week. The only other thing I was going to say on the beer news is it was interesting. I don't know if you saw this or not, Mal. They came out, and I actually reached out to the Brew Association to find out why they did it. So they came out with the top 50 craft breweries that were ranked, I guess, over last year,
Really?
and they had Kona on the list. And so
What?
I responded on Twitter about it. I think it was Twitter or Facebook. No, I responded on LinkedIn about it when I saw it. But I also sent them an email about it. I'm like, why is Kona on your list? Because Kona is macro under AB and Bev.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
So they shouldn't be one of the craft breweries actually listed. So I'm waiting to hear back from them to find out from the person that put the article together. Like, Kona shouldn't be on this list. It should be somebody else.
Yeah.
And I was
that's-
looking at some of the other companies. Everybody else
odd.
seemed to be legit that they had that weren't owned
Yeah.
by a macro. So maybe somebody just missed that point or what. But it's like, okay. So you guys might do your research a little bit more there. So
Yeah,
We
maybe a
shall see.
smidge.
yeah. But it's interesting. Yingling was number 1. And people always question about Yingling, but Yingling technically is still a craft brewery. They don't put out enough production
Yep.
to be moved up yet or anything like that. And they are still owned the way they're owned. And Boston Beer, I think Sam Adams was number 2. So,
Yeah.
everybody was kind of on there. They didn't have like Founders on there, because they're actually not craft anymore. They are macro.
Right.
They didn't have Avery on there because Avery again is macro now as well. They're
Yeah.
in the same group with Founders. So they did catch up on a lot of them. So it might have just been a slip up with Kona being on there, but that was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
That's the thing
It's a
that
little
stuck out to me.
strange.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Because they kind of pride themselves on trying to keep everything there. So again, maybe it was a new reporter on the beat. I don't know, but it's like, hey, this ain't right. I'm just telling you, this ain't right. You got to come back and make a correction here.
Guys, that one over there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah. So yeah, but that was kind of not much other stuff really. I think in the beer news last week we talked about a lot of the stuff. So we'll come back with beer news next week. And so Mal, you won't be here then because you'll be doing that thing, guys. Take it, or you back?
Yes, I have the
afterwards?
Meals on Wheels event on next Thursday, and then the 2 following Thursdays, one of my coworkers is out of town, and I do have to cover for her. So I've got a couple weeks off, before I swing back by. I hope you can forgive me. I might pop in late if I get home in time, but yeah.
Yeah. So if I do a trivia thing, you guys might have a shot. We'll see. We'll see.
Right. Hey, I moved up and I finished right behind you, so you never know. You might
Might be like Scooby Doo. I would have got away with it. If it wasn't for that Mal being here. You know.
Right.
Next time I see trivia, I'll sit back on that next one. It's cool.
But glad that everybody enjoyed it. Thanks for everybody that tuned in through Mal's channel and Perfectly Neat Crafts. Make sure you're following her channel there as well. And the great stuff they're doing. You're putting out the flight videos and some different stuff.
Yeah.
So you got a lot of good things happening. And if you're in Chicago, reach out. She's got the brewery stuff locked down there as well as one of our great people in that area. So that being said, we'll go ahead and wrap up. Thanks for everybody that tuned in, and hopefully you guys had a great 420 as we are now 421. And just a reminder, I should have had a thing for it up here, but I don't. Saturday, 422, Beer Glass Clean Day. Don't let the Dirty Glass Mafia catch up with you out there. Make sure your glasses are beer clean. Put those posts.
DGM will get you every time.
Make sure you guys here. So watch out for the DGM, my friends. That being said, we are out, and look forward to catching up with you guys soon. Y'all have a great one and a great weekend. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers.